What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's the word?
It's opening day for the Bucks.
Go Bucks.
I got my jersey on. You got your jersey on.
Yeah.
Lil G went to school today. He had his little rec league baseball jersey on. He has baseball practice tonight. Pirates about to start in a couple of minutes. It's one of them days, man. It's a great day. It's a great day. I'm just leaving it at that.
March and April when Pittsburghers become diehard Pirates fans.
Hey, come on, man. You know this is, you want to see peak pirate fandom? This is the time. Okay? You catch the Pirates anytime these first couple of weeks, that stadium is going to be packed. We are all going to be invested. I can't wait. I'm excited. I am.
Opening day is going to be like a football atmosphere.
Oh,
football
absolutely.
Game.
Absolutely. Come on, man. I see you got the Kutch on, too. The Deuce.
Yeah.
Deuce is back.
Fresh.
Yes, sir.
The Nike logo, too.
Yes, sir.
It's clean.
So I'm definitely like, the vibes are out in Pittsburgh. Like, it typically lasts about a couple weeks, because then after that, we know.
There have been some seasons there's a resurgence in like May or June where we get to around like 500.
Yes. They give you that little bit of hope.
Yeah, then that's preceded by like a 15-game losing streak.
Yeah. I'm just waiting on who's going to be our star player that we get all excited about, fall in love with, and then we deal him at the break. That's the one for me.
Well, all signs would be pointing to it being Brian Reynolds.
Yeah.
But it looks like they are close to agreeing on a deal here before this 4:10 start time. I don't know
you got
why.
7 minutes, bro.
I literally don't know why.
They did it last year, though, with Cabrian. Because wasn't he like right going into the no,
because we signed him early.
Who was it? I could have sworn it was somebody a year or two ago. We did the same thing. It was like right.
We
at the
traded
end.
Adam Frazier.
Yeah. I remember that was at the break though.
I don't know if we were trying to get him a long-term deal or anything.
Nah, because
I don't know why. Why does it have to be literally this 4:10 deadline of today? The first game.
Hour. Deals get done when it's last minute. Yeah.
So here's what John Heyman says.
Mm-hmm.
While there's an agreement on dollars between star center fielder Brian Reynolds and the Pirates, so it's close.
Okay.
A major conceptual issue has prevented a deal. Reynolds has moved a lot to try to get a deal done, but there remains a disagreement to this key point. This was 6 minutes ago.
6 minutes ago. We got 6 minutes left before it starts?
Yeah.
Oh, man. This is going to be interesting.
Well, he says unknown if the sides may push it past the 4:10 deadline.
Okay.
Yeah, come on. Just play this game and then figure it out
during
tonight.
the first inning. You know what I mean? Like, maybe at the 7th inning, maybe then you get the deal done, baby.
Yeah, get it done. Yeah. Figure it out tonight.
Let's go.
Brian Reynolds locked up long term. Now, I could see maybe the conceptual issue is Reynolds doesn't believe that the owner is going to continue to try to build a winner and bring pieces around.
Locked into something where it's going to be...
If that's the conceptual issue, I can understand. And maybe it could be another conceptual issue.
You know, I don't think it would be too far off if that were your assumption in this.
Like, can we get some type of thing can you give me, in writing or some type of
good faith? Can I
yeah, exactly. That you're actually going to try to build a winning team for the time that I'm here.
Just go trade for somebody that's dope. Don't trade away somebody dope. Trade for somebody real quick or pay something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we should do the O'Neal Cruz deal like we did Cabrian Hayes and just lock him up before he starts going off this year because he'll probably get hit like 30 dingers and 30 steals. But yeah, I think everyone's excited. Yeah. Opening day.
Like I said, man, this is peak Pirate enthusiasm. You see it right here. You see this face. We're ready for the Bucks. Let's go Bucks. Yeah. But other than that, though, man, I'm still adapting to the no glasses. When you came in with no glasses, no hat, I almost didn't recognize you, bro. I was like, yo, who is this man in this house? Who is this guy? Shout out to Deke, bro. Shout out to you, man.
I'll put it to you this way. Well, I get that because you've known me most of the time I've been wearing glasses, right? Yeah.
So there was a time when you didn't wear glasses.
I mean, that's the thing for me. That's why I hated glasses. I just never liked wearing glasses because most of my life I didn't wear glasses.
When did you start? Because I was under the assumption that you always wore glasses.
No, it was like after college.
Oh, okay. I see what you...
Yeah, a couple years after college, you know.
So it was right before I met you then, huh?
Yeah, I never really liked glasses. The only reason I wore them is because I literally needed them because my eyesight was going bad. Most of my, for about 24, 25 years of my life, didn't wear glasses.
I could definitely understand it because if I literally had to start wearing like real glasses, not my fashion drip, I throw the drip on, not them ones, but like if I had to actually wear glasses every day to see, I probably would feel some type of way as well, man. It's good perspective though, man.
But now we're back.
Man, back like we never left. So salute us and salute you and your new eyeballs.
I've been trying to keep up to date on this Reynolds saga. Not seeing anything.
3 minutes remain,
but
man.
That's if we were going to take this a step further, that was going to be my philosophy or thoughts of the day is what are we doing with Brian Reynolds here?
I hope we can get the deal done because he is a good player. I remember thinking about when he was younger with Adam Frazier, and I was like, oh, this could be a group. And I remember that, in fact, who was the pitcher they had with the dreads? Oh, man, Rodriguez during that time. Like, you know what? Maybe some of this thing could grow a little bit, could blossom into something. And he was one of those guys. So I do hope that we can at least keep hope with him.
Here's the God's honest truth, though, with Pirates and their closers. They are overrated because they get elected to All-Star games because they're the only guy that is at least relevant enough to actually where you can say, okay, I guess he deserves an All-Star.
I'm with you, bro.
Like they've been okay, but because they make All-Star teams because
they get hyped
the rest of our lineup isn't good enough to make it. Yeah, like I don't think Rodriguez. My point is, I don't think Rodriguez is like a make or break.
I didn't either. But what I'm saying is just in the sense of at that time, he was one of our better pitchers.
Yeah, now we have Bednar.
Yeah, but that's all I'm saying is like he's still a part of it. Yeah, during that time frame.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, what do you got? You got anything? Got anything interesting?
Man, let's see.
I got nothing.
Other than that, man, big weekend, man. I'm just excited. I actually won't be traveling.
Cool.
I get to kick back, relax a little bit, man. Catch up on some research. So
golfing,
definitely
dude.
excited about that.
It's nice weather.
I'm contemplating it. I thought about it. It's on the table. I don't know if I'm ready to commit just yet, though. But I'm flirting with the idea. You know how it goes, man. When you finally get you a free weekend, you like,
you just want to relax and watch movies.
Yeah, so I'm like, do I want to actually go golfing? Because I would still have fun golfing. But then I'm not going to actually get my weekend to just chill. Be in the crib, walk around. I'm a barefoot, my slippers on. I like walking around my slippers.
You need
on.
that.
Make me feel like I'm important every once in a while. Like a mix of Tony Soprano and P. Diddy. Walk around my barefoot, my slippers, man. It feels good. So yeah.
You want to hit these shout-outs then?
You know what, man? Let's do it. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready. You showing some legs in here too, man. The people don't know. Deke got a fit on once again, ladies and gentlemen. Deke got the drip out. He's showing them legs though. Deke don't use Deke. You see him? Don't play with Deke in here now. Don't play with Deke. That's a bad man. Shut your mouth. You see him now? All right. Well, with that being said, man, let us know where you guys are tuning in from. And that way we give those big boy shout outs to start today's show. Let's go and hit that like button 2 times. 1 time for the show and the other time for Deke and his new eyes. Because we like your new eyes, Deke. I'm vibing with this no glasses of you now. I feel like I'm learning a little bit more and more about you, man. It's a vibe, bro.
Yeah, I'm happy about the eyes too.
Heck yeah.
King Easy, checking in from the 239, Southwest Florida. Deke got that 2020 now. Bless up.
Let's go. 2020 in the building.
Yeah. Craig Ellis, 717, Lancaster, PA, as
Shout
always.
Out to Lancaster.
Rod Dollar's the 330, Youngstown, Ohio.
I like it.
Brandon Clark, the 540, Roanoke, Virginia.
Shout out to Roanoke.
Leo Warren says glasses Deke over no glasses Deke.
Oh! Shout out to Leah.
I'm sorry. 254 Killeen, Texas, where she's tuning in from.
That's funny.
Donald Copeland, my boy Deke, need a hen cut.
Oh, shout out to the homie Hen. You know he got to keep you laced up right. Nah, man, Deke letting it grow a little bit, I think. Are you growing it to something or you just vibing?
No, I'll probably get it cut in a couple weeks maybe.
Cause you don't get cut like regularly. Yeah. At least for the times
I've gone on.
You tell me haircuts like
I've gone on some weird runs.
Yeah.
I think I'll maybe keep a steady summer cut going.
Okay.
Every month and a half, maybe 2 months. Yeah, when I got it cut recently, right?
I feel like it was
month and a half ago,
right?
Month ago. Yeah, I'll probably be on that some type of schedule like that, maybe.
One of these summers, I'm gonna do a 2-month haircut schedule. See what I look like in here, man.
Get the fro going.
You see that COVID look? Don't bring it back now.
Mr. Malvo, 562 Long Beach, California, East Side.
LBC, baby. Let's ride.
Stan Claire says smiles and waves from the 905 Toronto.
Man, I'm a smile away right back.
Ryan McPherson coming in from G-Town, Gilbert, Arizona. Best Steeler fan in AZ.
Okay, respect.
And Poppy Benito, 717 Hershey, PA. Shout out to the BBLs.
Bro. Hey, son, what is going on? I mean, I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave that one alone. Let me tap in here real quick, though, man. I got Adam Eccles tuning in from the 706, Athens, Georgia. Go Dogs. Yes, indeed. Justin Mao tuning in from the 856, New Jersey. Let's get it, Bucks. Let's go. Sergio Perez. Shout out to Sergio Perez tuning in from the 915, El Paso, Texas. Always enjoy the show and your insight. Well, we always appreciate you tapping in with us as well. Then after that, the other Jacob, hashtag or parentheses picket fence, tuning in from the 602, Phoenix, Arizona. And then after that, Paranormal in the Funhouse Rebirth, the 410, Annapolis, Maryland. Then after that, can I tap in with Mr. J. Sheen, tuning in from the 585, Rochester, New York, in the building. Why don't we double up on corners, take one in the first and one in the fourth? That is not something that we are against. In fact, we do like that thought process, Mr. Jashin. Then, hi, man. What's up, baby? The 801, Salt Lake City, Utah. Ride with it. Robert Cotting says, go UConn. Yes, Huskies in the Final Four action this weekend. See what they do. And then after that, man, I will end it with the homie LL. He's tuning from the 828, Mars Hill, North Carolina, in the house. And BB2 has a question specifically for you. Says, LOL, so no more Deke with glasses.
No.
It's final.
Maybe for gaming or something. I'll have to see what my eye doctor says and if having those blue light type of glasses would still be a good idea.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that part.
Yeah, maybe something like that, but no, I'm majority no glasses. Okay, that's the only way I see myself wearing them, is just to continue to try to protect the eyes that I just got.
I was going to say, because I don't see you wanting to do like how people with non-glasses do, like, oh, let me get fashion glasses.
No, I'm not wearing them out. No, I'd wear them if like I'm on my computer, on my phone, whatever, on the game, playing Madden.
Cause see, that's my vibe. I'm like, because I don't wear glasses, I'm like, yo, let me put my fashion ones on. Let me put them on real quick. Yeah, so I get it, man. I like it, baby.
That's the way I would do it. I mean, I feel like it would it's not going to hurt to wear blue light glasses. I just wonder, now that you've is it needed, though?
Right. It's a good question.
Yeah, we'll see what they say.
Yeah. I like it then, man.
You want me to hit the super chat? And we do have Brian Reynolds information. Doesn't look like a deal was done. I'm not seeing any updates.
415.
But he got a base hit.
Salute
of course.
Man. Of course he gets a base hit. Contract year now. Playing for a trade.
Well, no, this is the problem. We have him locked up for a couple years. He just wants more money, and he deserves more money because he's a damn good player.
There it is then, man.
But yeah, he just wants more and wants to get what he feels like he deserves in the market.
Well, pay the man more money, man. Pay the man more money.
Yeah, the thing is, there's no salary cap. And it's not like he's asking for a ton. I think it's, from what I was seeing, it's the length of it. You know how some of these baseball contracts
like
can
10-year deals, bro.
Yeah, like you've seen it with like Pujols. He signs like a 10-year deal or something, and then it's a terrible deal for the last 5 years. They were talking about how
Griffey was still the highest paid player. I forgot which team he had signed a deal with, but he was still getting, in terms of like an annual salary, his was still gonna be more than any of them dudes active right now. I was like, that's a baseball contract, baby. That's baseball.
So yeah, I could see if the Pirates are a little hesitant on that 8 years, but at the same time, there's no salary cap. Can we just invest some into this baseball team, please? So, after letting so many good players walk.
If they give us a little, we'll give them a little, But they got to do something.
Okay.
All right. Oh, hit that like button on the front end of this thing, man, because you know what we finna do today. We got to talk super chats. We got to talk safeties and their combine meetings with the Steelers, some potential prospects. And, of course, we got some fan mock drafts that we're going to tap into. So, yes, indeed, hit that like button.
All right, first super chat of the day. We got Young Poppy Benito saying, "Sup, boys? My mock was submitted pre-free agency."
Okay. All love. Because this the other thing. We're going to be picking it up and doing more and more mocks, as we keep this thing rolling. We tapping into a couple today. You obviously know me and TG hit some the other day. And then from there, me and Deke, we hitting even more next week. And then so forth and so forth and so forth. Because now we essentially, it's the lead up to the draft time now. Should we say the countdown to the draft time now? Would it be in a couple days from April now, man. So, yeah. Y'all can get a lot more of this, man. So, it's all good, Young Pipe Benito, whether it was pre or post free agency activities. We still gonna look into it, see what you got going. All right.
I think today's podcast has become Reynolds Watch. Pittsburgh Toddy says Reynolds got a stolen base.
Shout out to Reynolds. He on one. Started out hot then, baby. Started out hot. It's nothing wrong with starting out as the guy. I saw my man Aaron Judge homer first at bat today. Start his thing going off, man. So, hey, let's go, Brian. Let's go.
Ryan McPherson, what do you think of Merle Hodge becoming a Steeler scout? He says, I just want to say, yeah, I think that's amazing. But Ryan McPherson says, I'm a fan of him and his story and trust his judgment from what I know about him. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with having Merle Hodge scouting.
Yeah, shout out to Merle, though, man. Merle, awesome dude, man.
Yeah, he was the other guy we hired with Ike.
Yeah. Merle know his stuff, man. Merle's one of my dudes, man, that taught me, showed me some stuff in terms of getting into this industry, in terms of just the importance and significance of watching tape and how it separates you from other people, man, when you're talking about just your understanding. But also when you listen to Merle talk, and he does a dope job on the Steelers website with some of his breakdowns where you could just hear the thought process of how he thinks things through and stuff like that. But it's real educational, man, and he's really able to just break it down, man, and identify strengths and weaknesses from certain players. And when you're talking about scouting, that's what it's all about. You need to understand what this guy does well, what this guy struggles with, and the projection. But you got to be able to take out the personal feelings. You got to be able to take out, what other influences might be telling you, and just strictly hold true to what you believe. And you talk Merle Hodge, think about Merle. Merle was one of the first guys talking about making the switch at linebacker in terms of the Devin Bush versus a Robert Spillane and things like that. And I remember when it first came out, people looked at him like he was absolutely crazy. But then you look down the line and it was like, nah, he wasn't crazy. He believed what he said and stood on it. When you're talking scouts, you need them guys like that. How many times do we hear the stories about a person banging on the table for a player? It's like, hey, man, everybody's in here debating. And this scout is like, nah, it has to be this guy. I love this guy right here. He's the one. That's the type of people you want. And Merle, he definitely one of them type of dudes, man. If he feels strong about, a dude's talent, or he thinks a guy can really help him out, 100%, he going to give you that. So I'm all for it if, Merle really wanted to pursue that as a long-term thing. But I always wonder, when you're at that stage, do you want to work that hard? Or do you just want to just kind of chill?
I think you got the itch.
Yeah, you never know, right? Take some time off, come back to it.
So that we haven't been up to the standard these last couple of years.
He felt some type of way.
Wants to get us back to the standard.
Felt some type of way. I respect it.
Wants to do something about it.
I'm Team Merle. Yeah.
Yeah, that show you used to have back in the day on ESPN with
that's what made me a fan.
And Sal Palantonio
with the big boy
really
knots. Good. The big boy
tie NFL matchup, that's what it was called? Something matchup?
Yeah.
I really like that.
No, Merle's a dude, though, man. Absolutely.
Let's go, UW. Happy opening day for MLB today before the Pirates proceed.
Take all the joy
out of watching. Over-under is at 67.5. I'm inclined to take the over at 75. Yeah, I already took the over. I got some baseball insiders telling me that it's legit. Take the over. Put 50 on it, so a little big Deke investment. We'll see if it pays off dividends at the end of baseball season. That'll be early October. We'll see if that investment comes to fruition. Listen, here's the case. They had, I think it was 62 or 63 wins last year.
Yeah.
And I actually do think their lineup is a lot more improved.
Okay.
You have Cruz taking that second-year jump too. He should be a star. I really believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Got a bunch of other young talent in this lineup. They brought in some big hitters. And then the pitching staff should be better as well.
Okay.
They actually brought in some guys. I'm not saying they're world beaters or anything, but
good enough, though.
Enough that we should get an additional 4 or 5 wins.
And they're keeping the game together the whole time.
I think it's got to be bare minimum. I'm saying the Kutch factor's worth 3 or 4 wins at least.
Oh, fair enough.
Just having them on the roster at PNC Park.
Okay.
Right?
Hey, man, I'm down for the energy.
At least.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, you got young guys that are supposed to be improving. Yeah. Sawinski, Cruz.
Let's go.
Brian Hayes, he should be taking another step. Reynolds, hopefully we get this deal done. He could be like our steady leader throughout the season. Steady all-star guy.
I'm with it. I need it. I want a reason to take me out to the ball game. You know my son loves a little baseball, man. But Deke, he is getting that football itch more and more and more. He actually...
What happened to golf?
No, he still rocks with golf. Trust me. It's the wintertime. Well, it was the wintertime. But he be swinging them clubs in the house. He's talking about, Dad, we need a golf simulator. I'm like, bro, you got to chill, fam. Chill. You know?
He wants the glory of football, huh?
No, he works football every day. That's the thing. It's just like baseball and golf he likes. But football is like when he wakes up, we going downstairs. You seen every time we get out the show, what does he pick up to throw?
He's always throwing a football.
Always, bro. Always. But yesterday was the first time he's actually hinted at the concept of wanting to actually go out there. We was doing our little workouts, right? He was like, I want to work on safety, so I'm getting a little safety reps. And he's, I want to rush the passer, so I'm teaching him how to rush the passer. Wifey came downstairs while he's working the bags. She seen him club, rip, get up, feel. And she was like, oh, this what y'all doing down here? And Gray was like, yeah, Mom, like, we do this every day. So then Mom is like, oh, but you don't still want to play that, right? He was like, well, actually, Mom, like, I think I kind of do because I'm kind of getting good. And he's like, Dad, watch this. And we'll go through all the different scenarios. Dad, I want to catch a punt. So I throw him right-footed punt, left-footed punt. He know how to get up under that thing, elbows tight, secure the catch, balance feet, read and react. Let's go. Then I teach him how to kick off. End over end. He's catching that thing, stagger stance. All right. If I'm backing up, I'm setting it down, take a knee. If I'm catching him coming out, I'm running. Like, bruh, he learned the bounce return and everything, bro. Danny Smith would love him right now. Danny Smith, he knows middle return, he knows red, and he knows bounce red, all right? He know how to hold that thing, sell it with the eyes, all right? So, yeah, bro, it's getting exciting, though, man. It's getting exciting. But he definitely has that itch, bro. So
Can you tell this early what he might be more inclined for position-wise?
Yes. But at the same time, man, at this size, you just never know what they're going to grow into. It's like you could...
Yeah, it's almost like Anthony Davis.
Right. It's like, could you play wide receiver right now?
I think he was playing point guard most of his career, and then he had that crazy growth spurt to become 7 foot.
I'm watching right now. I'm like, yo, you can run any route I need you to run. I can teach you how to play running back. I can teach you how to play linebacker. I can teach you how to play safety. But what are you going to grow into? I can teach you how to play corner, too. But are you finna be 6'5"? Are you going to be 6'1"? Are you going to be 5'9"? Is you finna be a $180, 215, 225? Or you going to be that ox? You know what I mean? You just never know.
Let's go, UW. It's nut up or shut up time for the Pens. Yeah, I'm locked in on the Pens now, too.
What's the update, man? Didn't they played, Monday.
Terrible loss.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible loss. Well, they came back. They gave up 3 goals early, and then they tied it up 3-3.
Yeah.
And then Red Wings went up 4-3. Penguins tied up like a minute later, 4-4. It's like, okay, can we get this thing to overtime?
Right.
Maybe at least get a point. And then they lose 7-4 with like 5 minutes left in the game. Absolutely terrible loss. They're still in the playoff hunt. Like, they're still there. I don't know if they're technically in right now. They just got to keep winning. I think there's like 10 games or something left. Yeah. So I'm locked in. Like, this is good. We got a scarce amount of games left. Playoffs are coming up. I'm pumped. This is like Pirates and Penguin season.
I just didn't realize
perfect like time. You know what I mean? We got Pirate season starting, Penguin season ending. We got to make the playoffs. We got to make a push. It's time to lock in.
I like it then, man. I like it. So, which one do you feel better about? The Pens making this push or the Pirates hitting the over?
Oh, wow. Push, as in make the playoffs or make a Stanley Cup run?
They should make the playoffs. Legitimate Stanley Cup run. Because I feel like they should make the playoffs.
Our goaltending has been egregious. It's been really bad. Because I like to think you have Crosby, you got Malkin.
You got a chance.
You got other guys on the team that are good too, like Tang. Yeah, even some of these wingers we picked up aren't bad. But it's just the defense and the goaltending has been absolutely abysmal. And that's what you need for playoffs.
Yeah.
Or Pirates going over 500. I think the Pirates going over 500 is like a lock.
Real? Okay.
I think it's a lock.
Okay.
I'd say like double lock.
Now, you said over 500. I thought we were talking about wins and total for the season.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
over under. Just the over under.
They should definitely be over 500. But I thought it was at 60. Was it 67.5? Right.
Wins. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Do you think they hit the over? You said it's a lock.
Yeah, that's not even a question.
All right.
Well, that's less than 500. Because
Okay.
500's with like 81 and 81.
Yeah, excuse me. So yeah, you're right there.
I think it's a lock.
Okay.
I would say that actually.
So
if you had to make me choose, I'd say Pirates
Pirates
hitting the over on 67.5.
All right. It's gonna be interesting, man.
Penguins just make the playoffs though.
I need both of them to keep this goal so we can just.
That's what I mean. I want spring to be fun,
reason, bro. Give us a reason. Like the XFLs give me some stuff, but I need some of this Pittsburgh like down home. Like I want this. You know.
Let's go UW. Bit of college recruiting news. Check out this kid in Michigan, Eric Kilburn Jr. He's only 14, and he's 6'10", wears a size 23 cleat. He's a monster.
Jeez.
So this dude's like the Wembanyama for football.
Yeah, I was about to say, what's the weight? 6'10", size 23 foot. Is he long and lean, or is he big? You know what I mean? Is he Jalen Carter type? What we looking at, man? I'm gonna have to look out.
Alabama probably offered him.
Probably. I'm going to just tell you straight up, let's go UW. I don't watch any of the 14, 15. I like to wait till they get to college. I just feel bad. Like, not like bad like it's a bad thing, but just bad like in the sense of like, man, because I know what that does when you start getting them eyes on you. And the earlier it happens, I just feel like the harder it is for you to actually like develop into who you want to be, both as a player and as a person. You hear a lot of that, man, when you hear about
kids be kids.
Yeah, seriously. Like when you hear about just like child celebrities and stuff like that, how they struggle with it. And I think of just the stuff that I struggle with as an adult. When you get into that line, I'm like, I can only imagine when you're talking 14, 15. What's the like the young man and boy that was down there. He was getting taught. He was on ESPN at one time at 14 years old, I think it was. Yeah, it was Arch.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. And I was just like,
I mean, think like Bronny.
Yeah, he's another one. Like
yeah.
I'm like, yo, Bronny and Bryce, they grow up in this limelight. I'm like, bro, I don't wish that on nobody, man. But when he gets older, I will definitely tap in and check him out though, without a doubt.
Young Poppy Benito, sup boys? I already read that. Didn't delete it though. What do we got next?
Should be Devontae Gray showing us some love on his first official super chat.
I see that.
So we do appreciate your support, Devontae Gray, from the heart.
Zig Shazier, I'm still catching up.
Shout out to Zig, bro. Where you been?
Yeah,
Let's
he said
go.
He's catching up on the full live replays.
Yeah.
Been binge watching since episode 400.
Okay.
I have 3 more to go. Never missed an episode since y'all were outside. Real day one.
Let's go.
I'll be back.
Let's go. You see, so you said the name. I'm like, bro, whoa, where you been, Zig? Yeah, man. Hope all is well.
He would call in pretty consistently.
Absolutely, man.
Keep the phone lines open.
Foreign or abroad. Yeah. Or domestic or abroad. Anything you said?
Yeah. Samurai Finn. PSA, Julio Rodriguez is the best player in the MLB.
Do you say
I don't even know who the hell that is.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I'm not all the way tapped in just yet.
I know Otani's pretty good. I got some high hopes for Cruz.
I was going to go with Otani. When in doubt, that's what I was going with. When in doubt. Yeah.
Mike Trout's good. Yeah, Angels literally have 2 of the best players in baseball, but they suck.
Which is crazy.
You could attest this. Judge is good. Mm-hmm. He had over 60 home runs last year. I never even heard of Julio Rodriguez.
You see my look. That's why I passed the deal.
Shows I'm a casual, but
yeah. Oh, no.
If he's calling him the best player in the league.
I don't have a problem being a casual, baby. I am definitely casual. But that's why I say as a casual, I'm going to go with Shoutouts. That's who I would go with, you know?
Let me give my...
what about Mookie? Can I get a Mookie? What about Mookie? He don't get no love?
Let me give my box score analysis on Julio Rodriguez.
Man, give me some... Compare him to Mookie Betts, too, while we at it, man. Because I'm going to hitch my wagon to Mookie. How about that? Yeah.
Okay, I'm just getting spring training stats. Can we get, like, real stats here?
He ain't about that. He ain't better than Mookie. I bet he ain't better than Mookie. Hope he ain't better than Mookie.
What?
He ain't better than Mookie. Hope he not.
Okay, here we go. Well, okay, I can see why he's saying this.
Okay, here we go.
Last year won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Finished 7th in MVP voting.
That's cool.
All-Star.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, he was 21. That was his first year in the league.
So he ain't Mookie, though.
28 home runs, 75 RBIs.
Click on Mookie. Compare his stats to Mookie.
I know Mookie's good, but...
Compare the man to Mookie.
I can see why he's hopeful of Julio Rodriguez doing that as a rookie.
This is peak casual argument. This is how you do. You just pick a couple of names, and then you just start pointing. Hey, fight him against that one. I'm going to move the goalpost to this one next. I bet he ain't better than Mookie. Hope he ain't better than Mookie.
Are we just going off of last year?
Either.
Because, yeah, you can't... Mookie's 6-time All-Star, MVP.
I just figured out.
Last year, though,
it's
debatable. It's debatable. Average is less for Mookie.
Okay.
He's got more home runs, though, 35.
That's all that matters then, man.
I think a few more RBIs.
That's all that matters.
82.
That's all that matters. Clutch factor.
OPS for Mookie's 873. for Julio. His OPS, 853. Yeah, I think Mookie got him last year slightly.
Even though MPCP said Mookie ain't Mookie no more, though. He just what he throwing out there, okay? I can't confirm nor deny. I just, I go Mookie. Throw him out there. I know he nice.
Yeah, there's no question. He's a good player.
Yeah.
Justin Gordon. Sup, fellas? Tuning in from WrestleMania 23.
Bro, that's this weekend. Let's go.
Load in at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Can't show nothing or say too much. Just know it's major.
Facts.
It's going to be epic if you're into this.
No, I am definitely excited about it, man. They were talking about it on First Take and something else this morning, man.
First Take even got around.
Bro, Stephen A was like doing his little, like, had a separate desk talking to like it was like a way different like look for this. I was like, oh, I see. They put a lot of advertising
Stephen
promo
A, all
dollars.
of a sudden, wrestle fan.
Yes, bro. I was just like, Stephen A really wrote. He's in a suit. He got his whole little setup. I'm like, this don't even look like the regular place anymore, bro. Yeah, it was kind of like the first time I seen Stephen A pop up at a UFC event. I'm like, okay, so UFC get the ESPN deal. Now we get Stephen A out here. Like, this is crazy, man. Crazy. So, yeah, when I seen Steve, I'm like, bro, I ain't never heard Stephen A no WWE anything, but I ain't salute him, man. But yeah,
so what's the big deal about this one?
Man, it's
McAfee back out there?
No, it's WrestleMania, man. WrestleMania is like the Super Bowl. Think about like the Super Bowl. Think about the NFL draft, right? Super Bowl, already who are the teams that are matching up, and that's a certain level of excitement that comes with it. Then you think NFL draft. You don't know anything. You just know it's going to be exciting. That's WrestleMania. They'll have matches that are up there, but it's like, what are the surprises going to be? Who are going to be the people that come out and do just the insane? You talk about Logan Paul. Last year was when he made his debut, man. When he jumped off the top rope, bro, it was like, holy smoke, he hit a flip. It's like, yo, that's the wild part. That's the part where it was like, you couldn't tell us that it was going to happen like that ahead of time. But that's WrestleMania. It's just magic like that, man. Heck yeah.
Tito Whitaker. Football kids in Texas are treated like adults.
No, they are. I've seen it. I've heard about it. Yeah. Bro, you seen some of them high school stadiums in Texas? I don't know if you see any of the pictures. Like, their football stadiums in high school look like collegiate stadiums. Yeah. Just Google, like, Texas high school football stadiums, bro. It's, like, insane.
Oh, wow. Wait. No, this is
that's
Cowboy Stadium.
Not the Cowboy Stadium. Like just high school football in Texas.
Here's one. This looks pretty good.
Yeah.
That looks really nice.
Bro.
Yeah, that looks like a low-end, like,
in that
D1 even.
Trust me, that's
college football.
That stadium, it's not even big like that, bro. I've seen bigger, in terms of stadiums of football.
Maybe that one.
School, in Texas, yeah.
Yeah, right there, $63 million for a football stadium for high school.
It's crazy, bro. They have like full
that's pretty nice
facilities.
Yeah, that's a football field you would see in college.
Yeah,
that's a football field you could see, like if you're playing NCAA football.
It's some FCS stadiums that won't even like that, bro. Like I can speak firsthand. When I played at Rhode Island, I played at Northeastern. They ain't look nothing like that, bro. Yeah, man.
Well, that's it for the Super Chats.
I like it then, man. I like it. So, with that being the case, man, let's tap into this first topic today, which talks about the safeties and the combine meetings that they had with the Pittsburgh Steelers, baby. So, we'll get ready to pull up that list. Take me a sip of this here drizzing. Hope for the best. Yeah, Deke, I feel like what I'm dealing with right now is kind of what happened to you when we went golfing that first time, and I gave you a piece of my pocket vegetables. It was like a delayed effect on you, right? Like it didn't hit you right away, but then when it did hit you, you felt like some type of way. I feel like I got that concept a little bit, man.
Happens.
It does happen. I'm lost in the sauce, but I'm going to hold it together as long as I can. All right. So, with that being said, my briggity brothers and sisters, the safeties that the Steelers did meet with at the combine, and as we talked about this before, there is usually a correlation, man. We want to see, are you checking off both lists in terms of combine meeting with the Steelers, whether that be formal or informal, and what is your pro day, who's showing up to that A team, B team, all those other type of things. And then usually there is a correlation, man, between who we could or more than likely will be picking in this draft, man. So with that being the case, The safeties that we met with at the combine were J.L. Skinner out of Boise State, Antonio Johnson, Texas A&M, Jair Brown from Penn State, Jordan Battle out of Alabama. Did you airdrop me? I think it was airdrop.
Did I? What I sent?
I think you sent me the same picture, so it was all good.
I probably did.
Yeah,
on accident.
It's all good. I'm just glad it was like regular stuff. I didn't know what you be sending me, man. When it popped, I was like, "Yo, Deke, what?"
I was trying to transfer it from my phone to my laptop.
I was like, "Yo, what are you sending me, man?"
And I probably just hit your name.
Oh, good.
Oh, that happens with airdrop though.
Yeah. Bro.
You gotta be.
Happen, bro.
Sometimes you gotta do a double check.
Seriously, bro.
Because it is just by habit. If you're trying to transfer from phone to computer, computer to phone. Usually you're just like, oh, it's always going to be my name that pops up first. Yeah. But sometimes you see another thing that pops up.
Janky,
you're like,
bro.
Oh, shit.
It gets janky.
Oh, shit. You try to cancel real quick.
At least you got your regular name. I got mine saying it's Big Daddy. It's been some real weird moments where they're like, who's Big Daddy? And I'm like, I just put my head down. Yeah, man. Yeah. So continuing with the list, Jordan Battle from Alabama was one of the safeties that we met with. Then after that, Jamie Robinson out of Florida State, Troy Dean out of Florida. Remember, he was one of the guys on the radar last year that decided to go back to school. And then Brandon Joseph, the safety out of Notre Dame. Now, we've talked pretty much about all of these dudes, man. But it was pretty interesting, man, just some of the names, man. We talked about Antonio Johnson, and he's come up a couple of times now that Edmonds has left because of their similarities in the style of play that they bring to the table, him being one of those guys that could potentially be, draft worthy for us. Now, I am interested to know in terms of Texas A&M if they had their pro day just yet, and did we have anybody in attendance there, because he's definitely one of those guys that I think both of us feel like could help us out, man.
I'm trying to find out. And as I go through this, they may have not had it yet. I mean,
yeah, I don't know if I don't know their schedule just yet.
Let me see. Now, there are, out of those safety names, some of those dudes are intriguing. There is one guy I checked out because we've gotten some buzz around him with the chat recently because we've been talking about Brian Branch a lot. But
Bama, yeah.
Jordan Battle.
That's the one.
I see why people think he could be a better Terrell Edmonds replacement than Brian Branch. Brian Branch would have his own little niche.
Yes.
But in terms of a guy that we want to just come in there and we funnel a lot of the offense to him to make tackles and whatnot. But I'm liking some of Battle's playmaking better than Edmonds, for at least what I'm seeing in college.
Yeah, for the collegiate level, yeah.
He's got a little bit of that ball hawk in him. Let's see. Yeah, Texas A&M Pro Day was yesterday. Hold on, let me
see if we had anybody in attendance there. Because trust me, man, Jordan Battle, he's one of those dudes that a lot of us like a lot for the Steelers.
If you get him in the third round, I mean, that'd be unbelievable. Yeah,
the versatility that he has, the physicality, man. Like you said, you do see some of the playmaking flash at the collegiate level. He does just have a lot of similarities to being a potentially better version of Edmonds, a more productive version of Edmonds. But he's definitely somebody that we high on, man. We definitely like him.
Dude, I'm not messing. I don't think we met with anyone at Texas A&M.
So no pro day for them? Or did they have their pro day, though?
No, they did.
But no update in terms of who was in attendance?
And it was like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I'm legit not seeing anyone.
Okay.
Because you go to Google, it says, Texas A&M Pro Day 2 days ago.
That's interesting, man. That is interesting. Because he definitely fits a lot of what we want.
Yeah, Texas A&M. This was 3 days ago. Texas A&M to hold pro day for several of its former football players on Tuesday.
And I will look on the combine to see if he worked out too.
Who? Antonio?
Yeah, I want to say.
I thought we met with him at the combine.
No, we did. I want to see if he worked out at the combine too, though, because if he did work out and we met with him at the combine, if he wasn't going to do anything at the pro day per se, but I don't know. So I was just looking.
That's just weird.
It would be.
Of all the places, because we met with the one Texas A&M cornerback, also Antonio Johnson. And you're seeing some of these other schools were meeting, like West Virginia. Like why
Antonio
the hell?
did work out though, because he ran the 4.52, 31 vert, 9.10 broad.
Why the hell would we meet with like a West Virginia but not a Texas A&M?
Yeah,
like a school. You know what I mean?
It's super weird. You're right.
West Virginia, Ball State, those type of schools. I don't get it.
Hey, but you know
Southern Miss.
Maybe it could just mean that they aren't feeling him all the way. I don't know. Because they definitely met with him at the combine. It was an informal meeting. We know that. And he worked out at the combine. But to not follow up with going to the pro day, unless there was a conflict, who else had pro days? Do we know? A couple days ago? Or on the same day? Because if it was on the same day as like a Bama or Ohio State or something like that.
Nothing crazy.
Nothing? Yeah.
Louisville, Shepherd. I never even heard of the school.
Hey, chill out on Shepherd. Shepherd's cool. Shepherd
Mississippi
College,
State,
man.
NC State, Washington State.
Yeah.
East Carolina.
Shout out to Mike Houston.
Not much. We visited Duquesne today.
Go Dukes.
LSU. Yeah, there was some stuff today.
Okay.
Were we not down in Florida? I'm not seeing Florida because we know Anthony Richardson was today.
Right. He wasn't down there. The Bills was down there.
No, it looks like this was from yesterday. It's not updated yet.
Oh, see, so false alarm.
Not updated.
Right, false alarm. False alarm.
Not updated.
False
Duquesne
alarm.
was actually yesterday.
False alarm.
Yeah. But in terms of these safeties we met with, yeah, like, hey, we might be getting a guy mid-rounds, especially with us losing on Edmonds.
Because to me, my thing is like, with these dudes, how do you make your order? Because to me, I look at them like this. If I had to pick 3 off of the list, like...
I like that.
I would go...
Pick 3.
I'll probably go Jordan Battle first. Antonio Johnson, I'm thinking second.
Yeah, I'd go those 2 and Skinner.
You're going Skinner? Oh.
Yeah. I think Skinner's got some high upside.
Okay. So you like Skinner.
Definitely.
Oh. Okay.
He'd probably be 3rd.
I don't know who I like as my 3rd just yet, bro. Because like
I might be with you in taking Battle over Johnson though at this point. After watching some of Battle play.
Battle over Johnson right now.
I think Battle's a little bit more polished. Johnson has more upside, obviously, with his frame and everything, but Battle coming out of Alabama, you just feel like it's gonna work. Because
it's Bama. And it's him. Like, I felt like he was a good player down there, which he was. I mean, any of these dudes we're talking about are all good players. Let's first get that out there. But, yeah, Battle, man, I just think that the role that we would be having him play here, I think he fits really well. And I think that it's more true to what he is designed for, whereas we could play KZ back there in that role, but KZ isn't designed to be Edmonds. KZ's designed to be Minka. He just isn't the full caliber and the size of a Minka, but that's what KZ's designed to be. Jordan, yeah, man. Jordan definitely gives me that vibe. And we know he was at his pro day. He definitely was there.
So, do you have anything else with these safeties and combine meetings? Because might have some breaking news here that throws this thing off the train tracks.
Oh, so is it who we need? Is it the news that I'm waiting on? We know he was visiting.
No.
Oh.
No. That wouldn't throw the safety stuff off the train tracks. No.
Come on, man. Yeah. I'm thinking you telling me that the guy who was visited in the city of Pittsburgh, that done got the whole social media buzz. I thought you had some breaking news on that one.
No.
All good. All right, so what is your other breaking news? Then let's go take us off the rails because you know I'm ready.
We might not be drafting a safety.
Who he's on? Jerry
Dulac. Steelers are close to a deal with former Tampa Bay safety Keanu Neal.
Ooh, okay.
He was the 17th overall pick in 2016.
Yeah. I remember the pedigree. Yeah, good player. He dealt with some injuries though, right?
He was with the Cowboys for a minute.
Heck yeah. Definitely a good player.
He switched. Didn't he switch to linebacker?
That's what I thought.
He switched.
Yes.
I mean, that would be kind of the role he'd be replacing with Edmonds.
Who was supposed to be Morgan Burnett and all that other
Dallas,
stuff.
Dallas, he went to middle linebacker. Yeah. You know, he's still 28 years old.
Yeah.
100 tackle seasons in Atlanta, Pro Bowler in his second year. You're right. He's been banged up. Yeah, he's definitely been banged up earlier in his career. These last few seasons, 15 games, 14 games, 17 games.
Yeah, because he's small, man. 6 foot. Yeah. They got him at 210 up here right now.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't think you can mind it. There's nothing wrong with this deal. I'm assuming it's not going to be anything crazy money-wise.
I would agree.
How the safety market is.
Is he the safety
That's
market
pretty cool.
Is he the linebacker market? Which one is he?
I think he's going to be... Wow. This is actually... Let me give my initial take on this. This is actually a really big move because this relieves the pressure too of trying to get an athletic linebacker in the draft as well. Now we don't have to focus on safety either. This was big. Yeah. Like if you're gonna let a guy that's Mr. Versatile for us and Terrell Edmonds leave, you bring in another guy that showcases versatility too, and Keanu Neal.
I like Keanu, man. Keanu, he nice. He nice. Like I said, man, been in the league for
There's
a
probably
while,
people
man.
that can argue he's an upgrade over Edmonds.
If you're talking full career, yes. If we're talking right now, that's what we're going to get a chance to find out, though. But, yeah, I mean, he's had a better career. He has a Pro Bowl under his belt, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, early on.
I'm about to say it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, Edmonds has never had a Pro Bowl. So we're not trying to compare in that vein, but we have to think of it just in this vein in terms of what we're going to get next season. Keanu definitely brings some good stuff to the table. I'm interested to see how we utilize him. But I like this, though. I definitely like this.
He's already made the transition to linebacker. And we've been talking this whole time about Edmonds potentially doing it.
I didn't follow him in Tampa Bay. What was he doing
They have him listed as a safety.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Did he go... Because he only has, what? It was just the Dallas time where he was at technically like full-time linebacker.
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out, was that like a... You did it and you liked it and you stayed even when you went to Tampa? Or did you try to switch back? I just don't know.
Guy. He still only signed a 1-year deal for $1.2 million with Tampa.
You know what? I ain't gonna do it.
So he's probably getting like a $2 million deal here.
Don't y'all worry. I said it was a free weekend, Deke. The weekend just got spicy. I'm gonna chop some film up, man. We're gonna get to the bottom of how Keanu was utilized and how we gonna utilize that, man. Because yes, this does potentially kill two birds with one stone. You get you a veteran presence at both spots. You
Casey's
get you
a
player at both spots down in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess with the Cowboys too.
Oh, sheesh.
Am I wrong? I think it lines up.
Wait, no. You think
so?
So?
I think Casey's year before signing in Pittsburgh was with the Cowboys. And that was for Keanu Neal in 2021.
His first year? Okay.
They were both teammates with the Falcons and also in Dallas. Huh.
Mm-hmm. Not like
so hopefully Neal's got that Steeler mentality too, because that's the one thing that jumped off the screen to me with Casey when he was doing interviews. Yeah. I'm like, this dude's got that dog. Yeah. This is the type of dude we keep around here.
On tape, man, you're gonna enjoy Keanu, man. Keanu's a playmaker, physical. He's a good dude, man. Versatile, like you talk about, man. I like this. Let's go.
Yeah, how can you hate the move?
Let's go.
You saw his deal last year, 1 year, 1.2. Like it's gonna probably be a similar deal to Edmonds, maybe even less.
Now, what do you like at safety then? Because the way that we've been talking have been more so safeties for future tense, right? We feel like Casey for right now, but we talked on Brian Branch pairing him with Minka going forward. We've talked on the Antonio Johnson. We were just talking about a Jordan Battle. Does a Keanu Neal on a 1-year deal deter you from any of that? Or does it just kind of make you not feel the pressure of picking one of them?
You don't feel the pressure in taking any of those guys? I still think it can leave the door open for Branch just because of his unique skill set. Okay. He could play slot early on still, and that's still a need for us. But yeah, I don't think you got to draft the safety in those first 4 rounds. Then
that's my thing. I was just like, definitely for this season, I think it
because Casey's on a 2-year deal.
Yeah, I'll just say definitely for this season, I think it takes the pressure off of feeling like we have to get a Brian Branch or we have to get a Jordan Battle, we have to get any of these other guys. If they fall to you, cool, and they the best player on the board at the time, I don't think it hurts you to take them, but I just don't think we have to now. But we would definitely probably take somebody in a year just because you are still going to want something younger in that room to start growing and maturing and developing and stuff like that, but I definitely like this.
So we're getting some reports by the chat here. Okay. Big Play Zay is saying Neal played all spots last year.
Okay.
He's versatile. Also, someone was tweeting about Dulac. Yeah, the other Jacob says, per Dulac, Neal is viewed as a depth piece, not a starter.
Even better.
I don't think that's much of a surprise, though, because
but even better, though.
We already have our starters set. That doesn't mean he still might play a decent amount.
See, you said they got the start. I'm still just like, I feel like those are two of the same pieces in terms of Casey and Minka. I'm just like, they seem too similar to me, man. Like, that's why I'm like, Keanu may be different because of the physical part, but if they're not viewing him in that role, that's the part where I keep thinking they're still trying to draft something. And this just makes them feel very confident in their depth in that room. I think it makes Norwood have to compete even harder to have an NFL life here in Pittsburgh in terms of an active roster spot. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it makes it where they're not gonna try to get one of them dudes still.
I would say not early on. That's just my thinking. I think you could do some stuff where you have Neal and Minka back there. There's just versatility.
Yeah.
There's just a versatility element that we had.
You got the 3
with
safety
Edmonds.
look back.
Yeah, so like it might not be starter in name, but he still might play like 50 or 60% of the time. Sometimes it's just going to be him and Minka out there. Sometimes it's going to be Casey and Minka in the back. You bring up Keanu for linebacker duty. It's just a nice move. It's an Edmonds replacement.
Bro, we got a lot of versatility coming back.
Yeah, it's an Edmonds replacement.
Man, with a Keanu.
It's basically all the reasons why you wanted Edmonds back. We just get a different player with a different name.
Correct. With a little bit higher pedigree as well in terms of just professional level success. Even though it was early on in his career, he's still a Pro Bowler. He does have that under his belt.
Because even Casey last year, he wasn't starter by title.
He still played snaps, though. He was out there.
Played some games, depending on the injuries, he was playing a lot. But still, even when everyone was healthy, he was getting like 40% of the time. Yeah. And that's him coming in middle of the season. So if you give Neal, Casey, Minka full off season here, Tomlin, who knows what he's going to be concocting up, how he can maybe even be moving Peterson around. Yeah. I think Neal's going to play a decent. He'll play like at least 50%. I'd say this is my bold guess.
Shout out to the move, man. Shout out to the move.
I guess that is also pending on who we draft, but I would get. This is my take. I don't think we take safety in the first 4 though.
Okay.
I think we solidified it. Unless we want to count Branch, I think he's the one guy I could see us taking.
That's the safety though.
I see him playing more like the slot though, as opposed to traditional strong safety. The type of role that Edmonds played last year.
Gotcha.
So, I like the move.
I do. Like I said, Keanu's going to be good for us, man. He's going to be good. Chad, this is going to be interesting to see which direction we go draft-wise. Because this pickup, to me, is very much or very similar in fashion to the Pat P signing. It's very similar to what we did at inside linebacker with Cole and Landon, just in the sense of we feel like we have really quality players at all of these positions, whether we're talking the starter or even on paper potential depth or competition for starting. So when you're looking at the draft right now, where again are we saying we have to pick a player at? Like that's because
I think it opens up left tackle for sure.
Because from Edmonds leaving, it transitioned to safety, but now you replace the safety element of it. To me, left tackle
and potentially that athletic inside linebacker.
So left tackle probably is
slot receiver.
Make case for either one of it, right? But the reality is, if we talking about pushing to upgrade the slot receiver, you can make the same case about pushing to upgrade the safety spot again too, right? Because we technically got people at all of these spots.
Neal a little bit higher on the chart than I think like an Anthony Miller and a Calvin Austin.
Okay. That's fair.
Opens the door.
Yeah.
Opens the door for the reunion.
Zay Flowers, you right, man.
No.
The Zay Flowers reunion, man. Hey, you know he got some history, man. He got some history. Just know that. That's how it all starts.
No. Yeah, I think you're still corner and left tackle for sure. Those would probably be top 2.
Yeah. I'm just like, man, we are in a good spot with this pickup though. Shout out to Omar over here getting it in, bro.
Left tackle, corner.
Yeah.
Slot receiver. Yeah, I guess there could be a case
you go D-line?
to your point, I think there's a case of like safety-ish or athletic linebacker. Just as another guy to get in the system, maybe. Yeah. Because we're just once we get down the board, like say we take our left tackle, we take our cornerback, what's left? Or say we even get the third, we get the slot receiver too.
Right.
And then you got a 4th pick. Maybe you just take best player available. And if it's Jordan Battle, I could see the Steelers doing that. Yeah. Or if it's DeMarvion Overshown.
Yeah, either one of them type dudes, yeah. Because that's what I'm like. I just feel like we did.
Because who do we need to pick up on the offensive line?
Right.
No one. I guess you could say maybe depth D tackle. That's the one thing. If we don't sign Bud Dupree,
but you bring back
maybe
Larry Ogunjobi.
Yeah.
Edge rusher, third edge rusher. But is third edge rusher a premium, or is that something that you could pick up later in the draft?
Pick it up later.
Because
pick
we don't.
Fourth,
it's not like we rotate TJ at time. We're not rotating Highsmith. It's just whenever they need a snap or two, that's it. And we can always call your boy Cassius Marsh back.
No. I could see us getting a depth defensive tackle though, to kind of like groom for the future.
At that
third,
that 80 overall
dude from Florida or something.
Was
it
Javon? Was it Javon Dexter, right, or something like that?
Yeah. I think there was definitely a Dexter in his name.
Yeah, I think it's Javon Dexter. I think, yeah, but with a G, supposed with a G. Yeah.
Good move. Keep him coming. Let's get Dupree too. While we're on the pod and the moves are hot, why not? Why not make it an extra one?
Why not? Can we get some Bud Dupree updates, man? What's the Bud Dupree talk about, man? Do we got Bud Dupree?
He just visited.
He just in the city for no reason.
He's here for a reason.
What to say?
It's a meeting.
I know which way you was driving, Bud. I could tell by the way that the water was going. You were heading to the facility, man. So where you going? What you doing? I need an announcement. Come on, man. We waiting. We all want to know.
I'm just seeing his Instagram story.
Come home, Bud. Come home, Bud.
No. Nothing yet.
Shoot him a DM.
That's you, dude.
Shoot him a DM, bro. Shoot him a DM.
I don't think he follows me.
Shoot him a DM. He'll know it's you. Shoot him a DM. He'll be like, oh, that's Moats boy. That's Deke. All right, we good. He good. Yeah, man. Hey, Cody James. Yes, Bud is in town. He posted it on his social media early this morning. Well, it was early for me. But, yeah, we still don't have any confirmation about a deal just yet.
What's your predictions?
He's coming home, man.
Gets done today? Is it going to be belabored a little?
It's 5 o'clock. I'm just trying to think in my mind how the medical could have went, but knowing the owners meeting, are the owners meetings still going on currently?
I have no clue.
Because if it is still going on currently and this is getting done where they're in AZ and he's here, from personal experiences, that does make it take a little longer because it's just like everything you do, they got to play phone tag and relay the message. And if they're actually in the meeting, they can't hop on that line. So then you got to wait. I've done that. Yeah, actually, that was how I actually signed here the first time, man. Everybody was down in Florida, and I'm playing phone tag while we doing all the physicals and driving around and stuff, man.
I was going to suggest, does it being 5 o'clock right now impact that at all? But we made the Isaac Seumalo signing at
it doesn't
midnight on a Saturday.
Trust me, when they bring you on a visit, like they're driving you around the city, different doctor's appointments, stuff like that. You don't wait. You just going. So if they want to get that deal done at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whenever, it'll get done. But
is he actually visiting with other teams? I haven't seen any reports on that.
Before. I thought he had 2 visits. Steelers and somebody else. Because we talked about this. Yes, wasn't it yesterday we talked about this, right? So I thought it was that. But I do think the medical does matter, and I think that could be what they're looking at even more.
Do you have an inkling that Bud's in? Like if we want him, the health is good. Like, he won't be holding up the deal is what I'm saying.
What's the number? I do think that's a part of it. The number does matter. Like, we, in our community, like the low ball and, take less. It's all good.
Oh, this is a hometown discount.
But it's easy to say hometown discount when it's not your pocket. That's all I'm saying. That's why you don't hear me holler about some hometown discounts, because I know what that feel like when you take a little stay here.
It'd be a good investment, though. Good long-term investment.
For who,
come out here, ball out a little bit, get that other contract.
That's how you sell it. That's how you sell it. That's definitely how you sell it.
It's a big Deke investment.
Yeah. If you're selling it, that's how I'm pitching it to him. But for the people that don't want to sell it, their response is, yeah, you signed in, you sitting behind both of them dudes and you don't get any snaps. Now you don't have a market next season. You don't want to play that game. Or it just doesn't work out. You play bad. You get hurt. Anything. It's like, man, it's risky when you take the discount and then try to hit it again. But we're not thinking on that. Give us some incentives. What number is too high for you? 5, 3?
I mean, any of those numbers, I think Omar can make work. I feel like if Bud's out there, it's gonna be worth it. I think, 5's just it feels too high right now.
See, 5 is the max for me.
I think 3 makes sense.
The reason why I say 5 is the max, it's the history. He's been a double-digit sack guy now. He's done it. He's proven that. You already have the familiarity with him in terms of what he did here, and he already went and changed what his market is in terms of pay scale. When he signed that deal in Tennessee, it just took him to a different type of conversation, I feel like. But obviously, we worked back off of that number because of how it went down there, and that's why he's ultimately back available. But yeah, 5 would be the max I'd be willing to do. I would love to get it at 3. If I get it at 3.35, I love that. But
I think that's fair.
But is he willing to take that? That's the question. Because he's coming off of a mega deal. So to go from where you're potentially getting, what was he getting, 15, 16 at one point?
Yeah, it was somewhere in the teens.
And now we talking about going down to 3, 3.5, and you're not the full-time guy who gets to do what you want. I just don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what his personal market is right now.
I was like, I don't know.
Because if a team is out there, views him as a starter and is willing to give him like 7 or 8 or 9 million, I could see why he'd want to go that direction. But if there's nothing else out there and it's pretty much equal, wherever you go, you're going to be like a roll edge guy. Yeah. The money's pretty close. It's around 3 or 4 1-year deal.
You come here.
Come back home.
Yep. Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
So no updates on Bud, though.
Okay. Dang. Now I see why you said what you said when you was like, yeah, this is going to take us off the rails a little bit. You right. Shout out to Keanu, man. I just looked on the screen.
Yeah, that changed the safety talk.
It changed everything. I'm like, yo, who cares about these safety combine meetings, man? I mean, technically we care a little bit, but now instead of it being the Jordan battles, maybe we are so over here talking about, should we be looking at a Jair Brown? What about a Troy Dean? Could I sell you on a Brandon Joseph? Who was your third safety again?
I don't care if you draft someone in the 7th round.
That's what I'm like, yeah, who do you want to take late, man? Who's available late?
Brandon Hill.
Oh, yeah. Hell to pick.
Hey, it'd be a good pickup.
Let's go.
Yeah, once you get in this pro day yesterday. Once you get in the 7th round, man, like you're just taking shots at the dark.
Nuh-uh. Everybody is getting an AB. Everybody's getting a Tom Brady. You know that. Yeah.
No, you're just hoping for the best.
No, you're not.
It worked out for us last year.
Come on, man.
I think we hit on 2 of our 3.
We got a Super Bowl champ in our 7th. We did.
2 of the 3 with Robinson and Connor Hayward.
And Oladukin.
Not for us. Didn't work out for us, really.
Trade value. We got some. Did we get something for that? We got something.
I think we cut him.
The same difference. Cut, trade.
He never even played a snap for us.
Hey, he got a chance to go to St. Vincent. That counts for something.
Yeah, he didn't get a snap in the preseason games, and it took him like
the training
3 or 4 weeks. And I think he only got like 5 or 6 total.
That was it. Yeah.
He got like one day, and it was like a party. It was a celebration. Oladukin finally got a snap.
Shout out to Oladukin. Super Bowl champion Oladukin, man.
You want me to go back into these super chats?
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
So that was the other Jacob breaking the news for us. Thank you.
Shout out to the other Jacob, the picket fence. Yeah.
Jay Flame, what do you guys suggest for my first Steeler game this upcoming season? Leaning towards home divisional games or versus the Browns because I'm in Ohio. Okay. Does he mean an away Browns game for the Steelers? Like he'd actually go to the Cleveland?
I thought he wanted to go to like home for us though. Isn't that what he's asking?
He's just saying my first Steeler game. So I don't know if that could include him going up to Cleveland for that Browns one.
The Browns situation.
Because he's in Ohio.
I like the Browns game day atmosphere. I think it's a little bit better for you there than probably a Cincinnati per se. If you are the road team. Yeah, Cincinnati, they're a little extra over there. But Cleveland, it was a vibe. I wouldn't hate you going to Cleveland. But no, he's leaning towards divisional home games.
We got some good ones coming here. I think Jaguars are coming here. Yeah, you can obviously go with the Ravens or Bengals or even Browns here. Those will be good games.
Let me see who they got up here that's gonna move.
I think we play the Patriots again this year. I can't remember if it's away or home.
Let's see.
If you had one pick for his first Steeler game.
I'm looking at
Vegas might not be a bad call if you want to make.
If you're trying to go on the road, it's San Fran.
That's at home.
That's a historical game.
Pickett versus Purdy.
Yeah, if you're trying to pull up, man, that'd be a dope one.
I'd say wait to see when the games are.
Oh yeah, because we actually don't know when these are. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, because New England, that could be a vibe. Yeah, New England could be a vibe. San Fran. I'm recommending San Fran, but I don't know when it is. I'm hoping that San Fran is like a September game because it needs to be like, I want it to be like nice out, a little sunshine.
So let's just say the two games that we would say are low on the list are the Cardinals and the Titans.
Yeah, for now.
And then you have
because we got to see
the outer divisional games would be the Packers, which could be cool, even with Jordan Love.
Mm-hmm.
Packers really don't visit here much.
It's a historic franchise too, man.
Jaguars, Patriots, and 49ers. And then obviously you have Ravens, Bengals, Browns.
Yeah. Yeah, Cardinals.
So we just gave you a ton of options.
Can't go wrong.
You're probably trying to figure it out like that too.
Yeah, can't go wrong. When in doubt, San Fran. I don't know. That's the one. Because wifey from the Bay. So there you have it. All right. Boom.
I'm saying Bengals.
Or go out to Seattle. Get your road game, man. Catch you Gino with AR-15 on the sideline. Yeah.
I think you want to see Pickett outdo Burrow at home this year.
Oh, hey now.
Revenge for last year.
What happened? You tell me I would do them anyways. What you talking about? He ain't got no revenge. He already cooked them.
Lost in a tight one.
Yeah.
Our defense will be better. Pickett in the offense will be better. Farron Bradford, I'm really getting move up for OT vibes. Wouldn't be a bad thing.
I think we all pretty good. Yeah. It's either going to be a left tackle or corner, man. Right? If we moving up.
You give me Skoronski, that's fine.
Yeah. It's got to be one of them.
Franchise left tackle. Yeah, think of that offensive line.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Skoronski, Simalu, Mason Cole, James Daniel, and Chooks.
And then
Chooks is probably the weak link.
And then our interior depth behind Daniels, Cole, Simalu.
Herbig and Dotson.
Yeah.
Yeah, Are you concerned about center, just as is, depth-wise?
Nah, not
You
really.
think James Daniel could do that in a pinch?
I
He
think
did it.
if you
He did it in
needed
the
to.
past, but
Yes,
obviously he's
if you
not
needed to, yeah.
up to date with it.
From a professionalism standpoint, you don't forget how to do it if you've done it in the NFL game. So I do think for James Daniels, if it needed to, yeah, he could get it done.
Whew, we might have a top 10 offensive line next year.
You know, we got Kendrick Green too, man. He plays center too.
I'm not predicting he's going to be here for the 2023 opening day roster. That's my bold prediction.
That's your bold prediction? That's crazy.
Yeah.
All that versatility. He didn't start at 17.
That's my hot
He started
take for you guys.
15 games at center in the National Football League. Did a whole second year, a whole new position, and didn't give up one sack. And that's how you reward it. He did not give up a sack all last season. He did his thing.
Evidence as to why we shouldn't bring him back is because if Mason Cole goes down, we're moving a guard to center before we put Kendrick Green in there.
Why would we be doing that? We just put Kendrick out there.
No.
Dang. No. I like how my top literally dropped all the way under your chair, too. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good. Dang, man. I'm a little sad. Threw my vibe off.
Yeah, if week 5 Mason Cole has to miss a game or two, we're not putting Kendrick Green at center.
Mm-hmm.
We're putting Herbig or Dotson over at right guard. We're moving James Daniel to center.
Kendrick getting a helmet, and Kendrick is going out there.
There's no way.
It's redemption, bro. How can he get a chance to
It'd
right
be the most
his wrongs?
foolish thing of all time. We just built up this picket fence, and we're just going to leave a huge hole in the fence at center.
It's not a huge hole. It's a shorter fence, but it's not a hole. It's just shorter. He needs a redemption song, okay? We try and get him back out there to get his credit back right. He got bad credit right now. He got a little bankruptcy on his thing, but we trying to give him a little forgiveness and then see if he can do it better this time, man.
No, that fact right there is just proof.
You don't want to give him
the value is not there with Kendrick Green.
You don't want to just a little bit.
Like, why have him on the team if you're gonna put guards at center over him? If our main center gets down,
technically he's a guard too, though. Technically, he's more guard than center. Technically, yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm just.
You're not putting Kendrick Green out there.
What? He started how many games, bro?
There's no way.
What you mean? He started a lot of games, man.
No.
You only get you out of state. Just get you out of a pinch, man. You just need one. You know.
No, that could be disastrous. That could have big ramifications.
It has
We've seen his play. We've seen his work.
Has he done anything to contribute to Kenny Pickett getting hit?
He hasn't had the opportunity, and rightfully so.
That's technically not what I asked.
And rightfully so.
That is not what I asked, though. The question simply says, did Kendrick Green do
Mirror, you haven't either, so it's not saying anything.
You answering all this other stuff. Did Kendrick Green, yes or no, do anything in 2022's football season to get Kenny Pickett hit?
We know what the answer is. I'm just telling you it's an irrelevant question.
I don't know the answer. I just don't know the answer. Can you just tell me that answer? Did he?
No, we know the answer.
So he do nothing, right?
I don't need to say it.
He didn't do nothing then. He didn't do anything to get Kenny hit. Was he contributing to any of Kenny's injuries and ailments that took place this last season? Did Kendrick Green do anything? He have no say in that, man.
I might have to watch back on the preseason tapes.
Come on, man. You got to feel good about Kendrick, man. Kendrick is pulling the Trubisky. He's pulling the Jameis Winston. He's pulling the Case Keenum, where you go sit for a year behind something and then you come back with better credit. He set all last year. Got his credit a little bit, chill. And now he's going to get a chance to show what he's been in the lab working on, man. I haven't been
paying attention to the Kendrick Green stock report. Oh, is that what it's saying?
Yeah. You got to buy when he's down here right now, so buy it before it starts. All right? Come on, man.
I don't know. Based off my feeling of the whole situation, I don't think. Yeah.
You see that?
I think it's probably pretty much the same.
He is in the basement. He is definitely our most athletic offensive lineman. Nobody pulls faster than him. Nobody's getting downfield further than him. This is confirmed. You know he do that, man.
Doesn't mean anything.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's crazy. I just can't believe this, man.
Let's go, UW. Might be best to move Norwood to slot cornerback. He was doing some of that stuff his rookie year.
Yeah. The thing, though, Norwood's going to have some competition out there, man. Regardless of if you put him at safety and let him compete with those guys or you move him to slot, he's going to have – it's going to be a tough time for him, man. But rightfully so. This is what you want. It's not always about it being fair because for Norwood, you're looking at a Keanu Neal coming in here. And you're like, why did you need to do that? We already got a whole bunch of safeties, technically. Not starter caliber, maybe, but for him, he's a former draft pick. He might have been feeling like this is going to be his chance. Then you start looking at that slot, and you're like, man, you got Arthur Millette, who was a starter last year. We know Pat Pete talking about moving in there. We're even talking about, do you draft a guy that can play down there? Casey has capability. Minka has capabilities and stuff like that. So, yeah, for Norwood, man, he's going to have to carve out a role in a hurry, man, to make sure that he still has his spot, on this roster. The one thing that Norwood does have going for him, though, special teams. So, that'll definitely help him out. But, yeah, Norwood's going to have to step it up, man.
Next super.
Yeah, because I'm like, yo, if you draft a Brian Branch or Antonio or any of that other stuff later on in the draft, like, Norwood becomes more and more the odd man out.
Right.
Yeah.
Justin Gordon says, nah, UW. I guess he's talking to Let's Go UW. Norwood moves to left bench from right.
I was going to say, I'm like, I like Norwood, but, man, that's like Norwood, because Norwood's a good player, man. He's a tough dude, man, smart. I like his effort. I like how he plays the game, but he got some dudes in front of him, man. We're going to find out.
Man, he showed a lot of promise his rookie year, but then just kind of lost his spot with us bringing in Casey. Millette playing kind of decent too.
It's the NFL, man. That is the NFL, and we talk about 2.5 years being the NFL life expectancy. This is how it happens, man. 1 year you playing as a rookie, next year you're not playing at all. Then they draft another safety right here, right now. And if you know what, you over here like, bro, where is home for me? Am I going to this practice squad trying to get it here, which does benefit them with the expansion of that? Or am I going somewhere else and now I'm really fighting for my NFL lifeline? It happens quick, bro. They don't wait on you, man. They do not wait. And yeah, Noah's definitely learning that, man. But I think he'll be all right.
Dude, I'm loving this roster we're constructing right now.
This is what you want. You want it competitive from top to bottom.
Holy hell. We got a good squad.
When you talk about depth, when you talk about the importance of building this roster the right way, man, that type of stuff, man. When we got to talk Norwood, is he going to still be on this roster? It's like, yo, this is a good thing. That's a really good thing to have, man.
The books got us as how do I want to phrase this? The worst odds, or maybe the best odds, depending on how you want to look at it. Best value to win the AFC North, but the worst odds.
Yeah.
Like they have us fourth. They're projecting us at fourth. They have our over-under wins
we're Kendrick Green right now, man.
8.5, I think.
We're Kendrick Green right now. You got to buy low, baby.
Once this podcast is over, I am immediately putting some money on that over on the 8.5. This team's... I was going to do it anyway, but I want to jump on it now before anything moves.
Because the thing is this. We have a lot of everything that we need. Now, the big question mark, as we've spoken on throughout this whole offseason, is just how fast do these pieces develop? The second year jumps for Kenny, for Pickens, Calvin Austin. What does that look like? The sooner we know, the sooner those guys are developing and taking those leaps that they're supposed to. Now it just goes even more and more. But I think that's just the big question right now, is just how fast are those guys going to hit the ground running and ultimately keep doing what we were seeing towards the end of last season.
Sean McCartney, do you think Bud will be okay rotating as OLB3?
I do, as long as the money is right for him. And the reason I say that is he cut his teeth in the league rotating. That's how he learned in the league when he first came in. That's what was taught to him, was taught to TJ. You notice TJ doesn't mind coming off the field because he learned that at an early stage in his NFL career, whereas not everybody is taught like that. A lot of places they teach you, man, you stay on the field even when you're tired. It doesn't matter. You don't rotate. So with Bud already being accustomed to a rotation, or already being accustomed to coming off the field or not starting, I do think that wouldn't be something that's necessarily a deal breaker for him. But the money part, that's the more concerning element to me, just because when you go from making what he was making in Tennessee to we talking, you want 5, you want 3, can we get you for 2? Like, that's tough. That could be very tough at times, man.
Buccos update.
What we
tied
got?
1-1, top of the fourth.
You said tied what?
1-1.
Let's go, Bucks. Who scored for us? Was Brian?
Let me see. I'm not in the box scores.
Get in the box, bro. Come on, baby.
Give me a second.
The box score talking about, man.
O'Neal Cruz has a hit.
Let's go.
Brian Reynolds has a hit.
Let's go.
O'Neal Cruz hit the RBI.
Oh, okay.
Kutch walked twice.
Shout out to Kutch.
That's all I'm saying. I don't know who O'Neal Cruz hit in, but he was the one that got the ribby.
Oh, you said Cruz? No, Cruz couldn't have scored. Cruz got the RBI.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Okay.
Oh, wait, he might have hit a homer.
Oh, did okay.
Because one hit, one run, one RBI.
Because Ryan McPherson said Cruz scored.
Might have been a solo.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, they just said it was a homer. Other Jacob, Pittsburgh tight, he said he homered. So you know what? Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. What inning is it?
Fourth.
Oh, I got time.
Top of the fourth.
All right. Got to get to the 7.
Justin Gordon says, why discount yourself when they expect max effort?
Huh?
I think he's talking about with just signing contracts or taking discounts and whatnot.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you, man. Yeah. I mean, it's always that nuance, right? We can make a blanket statement and it fits when it's appropriate, but there's always a little bit of nuance when you're talking about deals and discounts. I just think that the perception when we say discount, man, y'all will be over here in terms of fans like, yo, take 50% of what your market is. Take 75% of what your market is. You're like, when would you ever think that would make sense? But that is the perception when people talk about hometown discounts and taking less. I'm with you. You don't do any of that. But what I do think when you're doing negotiations and from personal experiences, you don't have to get 100% of your market. I think that that's something that when you're talking about the negotiation element, if you want to find a common ground, that comes into play at times. But that's also a personal preference thing too. Me telling a person to not take 100% at that stage is a different vibe. You know, you might at that stage for me, I felt good with it. I was like, you know what, I'm good with that number. Somebody else though, they might feel like, no, I need all 100% of that. I want all of that right there, and I don't want to take anything less. So it's a personal preference. But yeah, the discount convo is definitely kind of crazy at times, man.
Let's go, UW. Thoughts on Loudermilk and Buddy's future in Pitt?
Both of them, man, the clock is started. this the NFL, man. The clock has started. We talked Trey Norwood, right? And we're talking about how we done brought in, the safety, we draft, or we might draft something as well in that dynamic. What do you think is happening with Buddy Johnson right now? We brought who in? Cole Holcomb.
Buddy Johnson ain't here.
Oh, excuse me. You're right. He's gone.
We got rid of him. Is he talking about another Buddy?
He got to be talking. No, you got to be talking Buddy Johnson. Buddy Johnson got gone last year though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we brought in Mark Robinson. So maybe he's talking Mark.
Yeah, I thought we cut him before the season.
Yeah,
right?
Maybe he's talking Mark. Because Buddy definitely was gone before the season. Yeah, so if it's Mark Robinson, probably who you're speaking on, he's still gonna be a part of that room right now. But let's see if they bring in a Drew Sanders, a Trenton Simpson, Jack Campbell, anything of higher pedigree. Then you started to looking like, well, is he just going to be a special teamer here? Or what is his role going to be right now? Because you still have Marcus Allen still on the roster, if I remember correctly. He was injured.
He's free agent right now.
Okay. Does he come back or not? Because he was a free agent last year, too. He came back on a 1 year.
Yeah.
But to me, because I'm like, if he comes back, that's your special teamer. So then I'm like, what does that do to a Mark Robinson then? If we still draft something in that room.
Yeah, maybe you just don't bring back Marcus Allen.
That's what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah, like I said, with all the needs getting filled up here, if you do go left tackle, cornerback, maybe slot receiver, something in the first 3 picks,
yeah,
and you take best available, maybe it is one of those athletic linebackers like Overshown or Jordan Battle in that 3rd round.
Then you got the Marcus Allen and Mark Robinson competition.
Well, I would say don't bring in Marcus Allen. Just leave it to one of these dudes coming in, and then you already have a Mark Robinson who might actually be able to. Yeah, I get it. What I'm saying is those guys could be it. At least maybe they could bring something to the defense where I think that ship has sailed for Marcus Allen with us.
No, in terms of the defense, yes. I was speaking specifically on the teams though, because Cole Holcomb, Landon Roberts, they're not doing that. But we know last year Spillane, Mark Robinson, and Marcus Allen, they've been teamers. And especially Spillane and Marcus Allen, they've been key, like the big 4 teamers the past couple seasons.
I get it.
That's all.
You might just take that. You might just take that risk now.
Okay.
Because we've been at, how many years is this now with Marcus Allen, where he's not giving us anything on defense, but he is a good special teams guy. You got to give him credit for that.
Yeah.
But if you could bring in a guy, younger, cheaper, could maybe do something for you on defense at some point. Yeah. Maybe not this year, but at some point in his career. But yeah, you just start him out as a special teamer like you do a bunch of these young players at least. I'm not saying he's going to be as good as Marcus. It's a little risky, whatever, but I think that's just the way of how it goes.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be real interesting, though. Just see, that's the type of stuff that gets debated, man, when they talking about picking that 3rd and 4th and 5th LB. It's like, man, can you do what that guy does, and can you do it better than him? I know you think you're going to be a linebacker in this league. We all want to be the starting linebacker in this league. The problem is, you only got 2 starting linebackers on the Steelers, and they just paid them 2 dudes. So you got to figure out how you can get your worth, how you can stay on this roster. So that's the part where it's like, we're going to find out with some of them dudes that aren't starting.
Sean McCartney, only redemption song for Green is... Na 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 na.
Hey, y'all wildin'.
Na 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 na. Hey, goodbye.
Why y'all doing that, man? Come on, baby. Let Kendrick spin the block, man. Let Kendrick get a chance to show you all what he's learned, what he's been doing in the lab. Can he get a chance, man? I just wanted one last time. Let me see 50 Trey go out there, man. You don't want to see 50 go 5'3"?
I don't think anyone wants to see that.
That's not just once. What if it got good though? Like improved.
He's not gonna be better than Mason Cole.
Dang. Who had better stats last year?
Huh?
Who had better stats last year?
What do you mean?
Did Kendrick give up a regular season pressure last year?
This is
oh
means
my
nothing.
God! I'm just saying. Did he give up a regular season pressure last year?
Didn't play.
I ain't asked that part. We ain't asked that question. We said, did he give up pressure though, man? Come on, man. He was lights out. You don't want to see what that looks like again? You don't have a little bit of hope? Just a little bit?
No.
Oh, man. What if we play Renegade when he went out there? Get him fired up a little bit. With that movie you do, just...
No, I don't think you want to... I don't think you want to taint that song.
Dang, you're off the Kendrick. Kendrick Green 2 years ago was supposed to be the guy.
Wasn't.
And now it's just you deuces on him. It's a third round pick.
It happens.
It's a third rounder.
You move on. 2
years? Technically, yeah. It's been going on the third year. That's nuts, man.
Don't need to see more.
So
I mean, technically, yeah, we only saw 1 year.
I mean, technically,
don't need to see more.
Technically, you're right. We
Do
only
not
did see
need
1
to
year.
See more.
So 1 year and no dress in the second year, you're gonna put him in the front seat, drive around the corner, and now when you come back, he ain't gonna be in the car no more. Dang.
The Steelers in a way did that without doing that.
Technically, they did.
Bringing in all these offensive linemen.
Technically,
but in particular, last year we brought in Mason Cole.
Yeah.
And that's after, you're right, taking Kendrick Green in the third round. So that's saying, no, it's just time to move on.
It's a third rounder.
Bad pick. Happens.
We can't call is it premature, though? Is it still premature to call it a bad pick?
No.
You just done.
It's over.
Dang.
It's over.
Not even a little. Just I can't sell it to you just a little bit.
Not at all. No.
We're going. Actually, no, you can't.
He. Let me put it to you this way. He would have not been picked if Weidl was on this front office staff.
Hey, yo.
You see the dudes he's bringing in. He's bringing in maulers.
He's
bringing in giants.
This is a puller. He could pull. He could pass.
That's not the tone we're going for.
We don't want athletes no more?
Well, this is all part of the Sabotage 7 movement, too. That's another reason why it was brought in, unfortunately. So
you got added animosity towards him as well.
For sure.
For sure. You definitely is a part.
Yeah, why'd we want to take this experiment on this athletic center / guard?
Athletic.
Why'd we want to do this on Ben's last season?
Who doesn't like athletes on the field? He's very, very athletic, man. You got to love that, right?
Tomlin knows it was a bad call.
Oh, man.
Because you can see how the O-line looks now. It's not Kendrick Green. It's not the Kendrick Green archetype. It's not the guy who's getting pushed back 5 yards.
Yo, God. I thought that Kendrick, because he was tucked off all last year, I thought his credit got better. So his credit's still the same?
Yeah, it was down, and it stayed down.
Okay. What about practice squad, though?
I will say this. I liked some of his interviews last year. He showed some self-awareness. Showed some sense of humor. I appreciated that. So, all right, if you want to say stock up, there's a stock up. But that's off the field. It has nothing to do with on the field.
I like the silver lining, though.
Because he was terrible in preseason. He was really bad.
I mean, he moved well. He moves in space really well. Like when he's downfield, he runs well. He runs really well. He plays super duper hard, too.
It's time to move on.
All right.
It's time to move on from Kendrick Green.
All right. Yeah, I was trying to see if I could sell it to you. I was moved on, but, you know, I'm with you. Dang. Yeah.
Among Yash, love the podcast. Click on them likes.
That's a great recommendation. Yeah, hit the like button. Absolutely, man. Hit the like button. I don't want to talk any more jokes about Kendrick. I was about to say hit the like button like how we like Kendrick, but I feel like y'all don't like Kendrick like that. So I don't want to do that.
King Whopper. Moats, did you have some lettuce before this?
Oh, I always have lettuce. Why wouldn't I, man? It's, here for us. Gotta have that, right? It's mandatory.
Samurai Finn, Moats, you're getting me hyped about this season. I feel like you weren't this excited about the roster going into the season the last few years. Hashtag GOAT7.
Man, come on now. My optimism is always high. Always, emphasis on high. But I always feel good about the seasons, man. Feel good about the rosters. It's just certain things in terms of the questions at different positions just matter a little bit more. When we talk about last year, why I wasn't as excited then versus how I am now is because we have a lot better understanding and clarification at the quarterback position now than what we did a year ago. A year ago, Deke was telling me 30 and 10, and he said it could be any of our quarterbacks. Mitch, Mason, and this was before we had Kenny.
5%. There was an upside potential.
Right. But when Deke was feeding me that, I just, it was hard for me to grasp that fully. This year, when he's like, Kenny Pickett gonna take that second-year leap, I'm like, you know what? It's not outlandish because I've already seen Kenny produce down the second half of the season. I've seen George Pickens do some things. So that's why it's like, you know what? If the key positions of the person who has the ball in their hands every single play, now that we got that kind of figured out a little bit, I feel a lot better. Whereas the past couple seasons, we've been trying to figure it out, right? Is Ben back? What's the elbow look like? Okay, Ben is coming back. All right, who's the coordinator this time? Oh, we got a young coordinator. Okay, can this guy get it done? All right, now we got the young coordinator who's going to the second year, but no Ben no more. So it was just a lot of chaos in the past couple years. You feel me? Whereas this go around, it just seems a little chiller. And I like that.
Ox raise ox. Do you guys think it's possible we bring Miles Jack back on a cheaper deal? No. DK seems to think it might be in play.
Once again, bringing a Miles back on a cheaper deal, he was released because of the money. That's the reality of it. So if you bring him back on a cheaper deal, I don't think anything is negative about it, but it just goes back to the same thought process of what I was, me and Deke were just talking. When you're getting through your depth, talking that, but then also your younger players, your Mark Robinson, your Marcus Allen, what is that room still looking like if you bring a Miles back? Even if it's cheaper, that's still a high quality player who's been a starter in this league as well. So is it him and Cole Holcomb starting and now Landon Roberts is the third/special teamer? That's some of the stuff they say when you think about Miles coming back, or even if we drafted a guy. I personally lean more towards the draft because of like what we both said in terms of just the cheapness of it. And with the youth, you can kind of get away with saying even if he's a first round pick, go cover this kick. Because in Pittsburgh, that's how we operate, not everywhere else. But in Pittsburgh, we'll put our first rounders out there and have them doing the special team stuff. I think that aligns more to what we will probably do than necessarily bringing Miles back. But I still wouldn't be surprised if Miles came back on the cheap because Miles is still a heck of a player that helps us. He makes us a better team. So
we got an update on the Pirates. We also got an update on Bud Dupree.
Okay, give me something good.
Pirates up 2-1.
Who scored those?
I don't know. I'm just reading the chat right now.
Okay. Shout out to the Bucks, though. Let's go.
Tommy Grams has reported Bud passed the physical.
Let's go. That's massive. So now we're waiting on the numbers there. Once you get the physical pass, now we having the real conversation. Bud, I want you for 2. I want 6. All right, Bud, can I get you for 3? I want 5. All right, Bud, can I get you for 4? Can I get 4.5? All right, deal. That's what's happening now. Shoot, you might catch him at dinner somewhere. Yeah. Seriously, man. They ain't gonna have you negotiating on an empty stomach. They gonna put that food on you. Then get your little steak in your belly. We gotta talk business on a full stomach in good faith.
Drinking booze? Or you want to be alert?
No. They give you wine. They do wine. But it's more so like just for the formality of it. Yeah.
Ain't drinking too much.
When you talking them type of numbers, Deke, you want to know everything you got to know, baby. And it's hectic, man. It's hectic. But we're going to see what's up with my dog, though, man. I'm happy for him, though. I'm happy he passed the physical because that number 1 shows that he's healthy, which is the most important part. You got to be healthy before you talk about any role, third outside linebacker, or trying to compete for a starting spot elsewhere. It's good, like I said, just know that he does have the health part. So,
Cliff the Dark Knight, are we bringing back Derek Watt or just riding with Connor?
Low key, I don't see why we wouldn't have both. I think they are the way that they were utilized last year. I think the team views them as separate positions. I think they view Derek exclusively as a fullback. That's Mr. Come on, man. We're going to give Derek Watt a little handoff now. He going to fullback trap that thing. And what was it, 100% accuracy? 99? I don't think we missed on
anything. Worked out good for us last year.
Yeah. But then you think of Connor and how he's utilized. Think about the end of the season, him in the slot, Tampa 2. Remember, Kenny throws the seam, and he catches it middle of, like in that little alleyway for the safety and the middle linebacker and stuff. That's what Connor Hayward brings to the table, as well as being a move guy in terms of the motion and stuff like that around the line of scrimmage. We hardly ever see him as the point tight end, like a Gentry or even a Muth at times, but Connor still moves around and things like that. So I just think they view one as a H-back and one as like a true traditional like fullback per se.
Let's go, UW. AR-15 is the Kendrick Green of quarterbacks.
Bro, why are we doing that? Now, TG is gonna dispute that because he has been texting me earlier. Yes.
What did he say about the one that hit the roof?
He was definitely on it. Of course, when I text him back, he didn't want to talk about that one. Yeah.
I don't know. Is it seen in a good way or a bad way?
Depending on, it's kind of like when you play at the Cowboys Stadium. It's like, yo, can you hit the scoreboard? Oh, okay, you real like that then. He looked the part though. He came out there with his little tights and all. I'm like, bro, you rocked up.
Yeah, he's throwing it good. As I said, if you watch some of his shit, it looks like he has Mahomes release. Seriously. It literally does. He throws it with a flick of a wrist.
Yeah, it looks good in where he's at right now. And I know they were saying, just for the people that continue to be skeptical about his development, they said that he hasn't played just a ton of football and he has to get more of that. I was just surprised at how young he is. They said that even if he's set for 2 years, he would just be, I think, 23.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. When they said that, I'm like, okay, I could see even more of the intrigue if you're getting a guy that's 2021 right now. Sure, you make a case for it, but
this is Trey Lance all over again.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And to me, I'm like, if I'm Seattle, I would much rather do that. If I'm Carolina, I don't want to take the chance on something that needs to develop. That's, at that stage, though, because you're talking about one overall if you're Carolina. I've seen him mock that, 5th? But that's the whole Seattle play. For Seattle, I think it makes sense.
Yeah. Have him sit.
Yeah.
Fish Momentum. What's good, guys? Hashtag Friday Junior. Hashtag Jack Maurice Myers Jr.
Facts.
John Pelt, Moats, have you watched Banks tape from Maryland?
No, absolutely. Yeah, we like Banks a lot. Definitely do, man. Banks a good player. Physical, good size on him. Tested extremely well at the combine. And he's a productive player. You watch him on tape, man. He plays at a high level, was very productive, very active. Some look at him as one of the best man-to-man corners. I still lean Gonzalez and Witherspoon as my top 2, like, pure man-to-man guys. But Deonte Banks, he flirts with it. He's in the conversation in terms of what he brings. And he matched up well versus some of the higher-end guys. As I said, the only time I really saw him give up something of significance was against Marvin Harrison Jr. And we know what type of player he is. But Deontay's a good player, man. I just think the question is going to be, like you said, just living out there, playing and play out, higher in talent, where you are going to be facing guys that are more similar to Marvin Harrison Jr. versus some of the other guys that he will be playing against. That's where you got to see, can he live as an outside corner. But in terms of him as a prospect, I think that he still is going to come in, if we were to draft him, and still play well for us in the role that we would have for him. And remember, Mel Kiper did mock him to us as well, man. So, like I said, it's one of those things. We did meet with him. I'm not sure if we went to the pro day, but the Maryland connection does hold extra weight. That's like the ace.
We did send some guys.
Okay.
Tomlin and Khan weren't there, though.
Yeah, so you got a little bit of love right there with him, man. So, like I said, man, he's a good player, though. If we brought him in, we would like him.
We got Sean McCartney saying Kendrick picking number 53 nullified his redemption.
No. Remember, he didn't choose the number. The number chose him.
Yeah, that was a mistake,
if I remember correctly, Pouncey signed off, right? Pouncey green lighted it. They did the whole, like, yo.
Yeah, in life you have mistakes and you learn from them. That was a mistake.
What if he changed his number and came back? Would that make it different? What if he came back at like 54?
No.
59. He go 63. 73. He just need a new number. A new number, I think, in a visor. If he threw on a tinted visor and changed his number, man, we'll be over here like, spat the cleats.
No, we've seen too much.
No, man, give me some accessories. Throw some armbands on, or
that'd
throw
be
some
cool
sleeves.
if he came in as a rookie, but no, we've seen too much.
We just need something. Need something to spice it up a little bit, man. Throwing some Jordan cleats. Definitely throwing some Jordan cleats, man. That'll get you going.
Nah. Big Noriega, Moats. I think we draft cornerbacks. JP Jr. And Brent and Jamie.
Are you saying all three? I do feel like there is a chance that we do tap in with multiple corners. I think, was it you or somebody that brought up the whole first round and fourth round or first and third round element of it? When you just think about the guys that we currently have on the roster at the cornerback room and the age as well, that is some of the stuff that makes you consider drafting for not just talent, but a little bit of youth. Levi Wallace, no, he's not an old player, but he's not a rookie either. Pat P, we know who Pat P is and how long he's been doing this thing. Akello Witherspoon, another one of those guys, been in this league for, this is what, year six for Akello?
He's late 20s at this point.
Yeah. So he's another one of those dudes where it's just like, could you start to get younger? Yeah, you get your main guy at 17, but then do you get another guy at 49 or at 80? I think that's something to definitely consider if you're the Steelers, but that's the same conversation that could be had when you're talking the safety spot, because obviously with Minka's not old by no stretch of the imagination, but at the same time, Minka got some years under him, right? We talked Casey, similar conversation. Keanu Neal, similar conversation. The only young player that we have in that room is Trey Norwood, who we talked about earlier, and we're like, what is his NFL life in Pittsburgh looking like, depending on who else we bring in this thing? So I could definitely see the double corner, man. I could definitely see it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the worst thing.
Yeah.
John Pell has gifted an Arthur Moats membership.
Shout out to John Pell paying it
to
forward.
Vegas TJG.
Shout out to John Pell paying it forward, being a dope person. And Vegas TJG. Welcome to the Baroon. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And forgive me, I almost did the dance. I almost did the daggone the windshield wiper thing. You know how you do it.
AB dance.
Yeah, I almost messed up. I'm sorry.
Sean McCartney, Kendrick can change his number to 0. LOL.
Bro. He don't need that. That's a bad optic for him. That's a bad optic for him.
I'm seeing it right now.
That's a bad optic for him. He don't.
Maybe he could come back with that number. You know, you were talking about all those other ones.
No, that
63,
that's
59.
A hard
0, maybe he could come back.
That is a
give him that 10th advisor.
Number to
I could
come
see that.
back with for him. Him specifically, that's a hard number to come back to. You don't just come back if you Kendrick with that number. No. I'd rather you had 99 before you put on that 0. Kendrick, don't you touch that 0, bro. If you know what's good for you, don't you touch it. Trust me. It's a bad look, bro. It's bad for business, man. We know it's bad for business.
Yeah, if we want to make an exception to the rule,
no,
get
man.
Kendrick Green 0. I think he'd come back for that.
I hope he doesn't.
Well, it's illegal. That's what I mean. If
better.
Somehow we could pull it off.
Nah. He don't need no 0, man. He don't need any of that, man. Kendrick gonna be all right though. I'm believing that this is a redemption year somewhere.
Yeah, best of luck for him.
That's why.
Not here.
It's just why you gotta put the not here, man. That's like the stamp. You ain't gotta stamp it at the end. No exclamation point. We just trying to have a period, like a dot. It's like a softer way to get up out of there. All right, just chill,
Sean
man.
McCartney says number 0 for 0 snaps last season.
Just say why we doing that. 0 sacks given up last year. Can we start there? Let's look glass half full. Okay, glass half full. Perspective. Say it.
That is it for the Super Chats.
All righty. Can we get a quick Bucks update as we transition to the next topic?
4-1.
4-1. Hey now.
Yeah.
What we got going on?
It was looking like around that 2-1 time. Bases were juiced.
Okay. Who got off
4-2.
on this then, man?
4-2. Sorry.
Oh.
Pitching is leaking a little bit here in the bottom of the fourth for the Pirates.
Low leaky. Okay.
Yeah, tough.
Well, alrighty then. So, Deke, man, if you are ready, I am ready. If you guys in the chat are ready, it is time to talk some fan mock drafts. I like when we talk these, man. It's always fun. The perspective, the amount of effort and time y'all put into these things, we do appreciate it, though, from the heart, man, because it's very interesting, man, to just see how you guys and gals go about playing general manager for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So hit that like button as we transition to this zing here. And the first mock that we shall react to comes from Elliot Ellison. Shout out to Elliot Ellison. And I'm going to do a little cleanup real quick. Bam, on out to let's ride. And with that being said, in terms of Elliott. The people that he drafted, first round he went Broderick Jones at 17 overall. Then at 32 in the second round, Tariq Stevenson, the corner out of Miami. Then from there at 49 overall, Siaki Ika. At 80, DeMarvion Overshown. Definitely like him. At safety, at 120, safety, Ronnie Hickman out of the Ohio State University. At 234, my dark horse quarterback, the multiple national champion, Mr. Set the Combine on Fire, Stetson Bennett. And then last but certainly not least, at 241, Hail to Pitt, Brandon Hill, safety. Well, first off, man, I like the diversity. He got me some positions I need. Got me a tackle. Get a little competition with my man Dan. Nice little corner action. I wonder how the board was falling, though, in terms of it being Tariq versus some of the other guys at corner at 32. But I definitely like the move. Siaki, I know I'm a fan of him. Minimize the snaps. I'm going to keep saying it over and over. That's for you, Big Noriega, all right? That's for you. But Siaki Ika, definitely like that move, man. DeMarvion Overshown at 80 overall. Really good value, man. Athlete. That's what we need. Ronnie Hickman, get you a safety in there. Now, see, this is what I mean, though, right? You pick up a Ronnie Hillman in the fourth. Trey Norwood. That hurts him a lot. Hurts him a lot, man. But definitely like the Stetson, man. Backup quarterback action, we need that. And if Mitch is still on the roster, we got our third quarterback, grooming him. And then Brandon Hill, man, another good player. We're very familiar with him. Physical. Is going to definitely give some special teams value as well, man. I like this one. I ain't tripping. Shout out to Elliott, man.
Yeah, this was...
I like this one, low-key.
The timing's rough with this Keanu Neal signing. With him taking two safeties.
It is. Even though they're late, though. But it definitely is.
Yeah, the round 4 one, there's just no way. Well, if you're doing round 4, you're not taking another one. Round 7, I would assume. Unless you're trying to have either of those guys potentially do some slot work early on. I wouldn't see the value in it. But the other picks, positionally, I think make a lot of sense. Stevenson might have been a little bit of a reach. Feel kind of cursed and kind of scarred about Miami corners, but a lot of people.
Chill out, man.
He looks good. Like, he looks pretty fluid out there for a cornerback.
He's
obviously not afraid to hit.
What we had, man. Dang.
A lot of people have him going like in late second round though. Yeah. So at 32 might be a little bit of a stretch. Maybe he's really high on him though. Yeah. I like Jones in round 1. Ika, that nose tackle guy for us. I like that. DeMarvion Overshown. Yeah. Bring him in the room. I think that makes sense. Yeah. Third quarterback, Stetson Bennett. Yeah, this one ain't bad. Maybe I just flip out the cornerback that we take in round 2. And then with the new information, just take one of those safeties.
Yeah.
I would prefer get Hickman out of there and take a receiver round 4, like a Hyatt or something. Tank Dell.
Ooh.
Keep Brandon Hill round. I don't think Brandon Hill's going to be there round 7 though.
And I actually agree with you on that, especially in light of the Keanu Neal. Because this, obviously, when we got this information and when it was pre-uploaded, there was no Keanu Neal on said roster. So this was a lot more appealing. But I probably would be the only thing that I would probably flip as well, man. If I still went Hickman in the 4th, though, Norwood is definitely gone. And I'm just saying I want to upgrade that room even more so. Because now if my worst player in that room is a 4th rounder in this year's draft, I feel great about starters and depth in terms of that room. It would be almost the equivalent of how we feel about our guard position right now. Like when we talk Seyu Malu, James Daniels, Herb Big, still got Dotson, Mason Cole could bump out there. It's like we got a ton of pieces that we're confident in. That's kind of how I look at the Hickman part of it, man. But like I said, this was obviously before we had that breaking news that took place. But yeah, I do like this one though, man.
It's not bad.
I do like this one. Now, people do give me they question the whole Artie Burns vibe with Tariq.
It's just Miami. It's not.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it's just Miami.
I feel like you're not the only person. The chat is the only person. y'all, man, I'm gonna just be real. Y'all know we was doing a draft show the other day. Even up there, it was just like, yo, like, questions. Is that Artie-ish? And we're like, nah, bro. Like,
there's no correlation.
Like, what we talking about? Is it just because he played at the U, man? Is that the only correlation? Just the U part, right? I feel like that's it. I could be missing something though. That's why I was asking. But yeah. Okay.
Also, early round prospects in the draft. That's the other correlation. And they play cornerback.
Oh, our history, huh? Yeah.
Oh, you're bringing that up too, that we just don't draft the position well.
I thought that, yeah. What was you going with?
No, I'm just saying they play the same position. They're both
early rounds.
Yeah, first, Miami, second round prospects, and they both went to Miami.
Yeah. All right, I get it then.
Yeah, you're right. He's got decent size too, and that's something that Burns had as well coming in.
All right, it was like, oh, big track speed, man, big speed guy.
What do we got for the next one?
All right, next up on the list comes from Isaiah Aguilar. Shout out to Isaiah as well. So for Isaiah, first round, he went with JPJ, Joey Porter Jr. at 17. At 32, the mammoth of a tackle, DeJuan Jones. Give me the big athlete. At 49, Drew Sanders, LB out of Arkansas. At 80, Jordan Battle, safety from Bama. Roll Tide. At 120, Cam Jones, little linebacker action from Indiana. Like this pick at 234, Brenton Strange. Give me the athlete tight end. And then at 241, Elijah Higgins, the receiver out of Stanford. You want to go first on this one?
Yeah. I like this one. Even in light of the new information with Keanu Neal.
Yes, sir.
I think what you do, though, with the Neal signing is you either don't draft Sanders or Battle, and maybe you take that receiver earlier.
Okay.
Because I feel like it could be a little bit of an overkill. But if you're looking long-term and saying Drew Sanders and Battle, maybe that's your answer. Our potential franchise linebacker and safety for the next 5 or 6 years, I wouldn't hate it. I like both those players.
Could you essentially get 3 of your main defenders going forward in this draft with JPJ, Drew Sanders, and Jordan Battle?
It just looks like a good draft. Now, I don't know why people keep drafting DeJuan Jones.
Yeah, the whole right. And I don't want to take a dude that early to move him. Not in year 1, at least.
Unless we're just putting him at left tackle, and we believe he's going to be our franchise left tackle. I don't know if he's starting, especially if you're moving him. He's not starting year 1. You're just going to have him sit. It's going to be more of a projection.
Yeah.
Cam Jones, I was watching him. I like him. He's one of those athletic linebackers who can cover. Brent Strange, like that competition in the tight end room. Bring him in. Make the seat a little uncomfortable for Gentry, I guess.
Well, the thing is, Brenton gives you receiving ability that's going to challenge Gentry. But Gentry's blocking is what's going to challenge Strange.
Yeah.
And then it's going to come down
Strange to got more athleticism.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, which way are we trying to go with that thing? But that would be very, very enticing, man, when you're talking late in the draft like that.
Yeah, 7th round pick. That's fine. Good value there. And you get your receiver late. Like I said, with the new information, maybe go receiver earlier, because this is obviously saying we're rolling with an Anthony Miller or Calvin Austin.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It wouldn't, because you're just loading up on the defense.
Yeah, this is like, for me, my reaction to this, I'm like, I love it from a defensive perspective. I get me a corner that I feel like I'm good for the next 5 to 10 off of, man. Like, I got that answered. DeJuan Jones, that's the interesting part. If you're a part of the group that feels like Chooks could potentially be moved, or is he cap casualty type conversation, or if you think that a DeJuan Jones right now,
that's the way it would make sense if we cut Chooks. Actually,
that's what I'm saying.
I could see that.
Are you cutting him or trading him? I haven't really looked into that. But if that is something that the team could be considering from a contract standpoint, because I haven't looked at Chooks this year contract and outs and stuff like that. It
doesn't feel like a Steeler move, though.
I would agree. And that's my only hiccup with the DeJuan Jones pick. Because Drew Sanders, I love that move regardless of Keanu Neal being here and Cole and Landon, because Drew is a linebacker, but he's also versatile enough to play multiple spots in there and do a lot of the things that we want to get done, but without having to stretch ourselves thin and having a ton more like packages, right? We talked about that. 3 safety package, dime package, big nickel, regular nickel. Okay, this is the penny package. Like, it just gets real crowded in terms of that element of it. But Drew Sanders alleviates some of that because of his versatility. Jordan Battle, we said, man, we think in terms of his fit, he probably fit what we want on the back end the best of these safeties in this group. As much as we think Brian Branch is the better athlete, the sexier player, it's the same conversation of Aminka and Edmonds. One is designed to get turnovers and do the flashy stuff. The other guy's designed to be the muscle, to go out there and get them tackles, do all the little grunt work that doesn't get talked about, occasionally make a splash play. So we still feel good about both of those. Cam Jones, later in this pick, when you're complimenting that or doing both Drew Sanders and Cam, I don't hate it because I already have my real guy. But Cam just is telling me that Mark Robinson, all right, we were excited about what you did last year at the end of the year. But hey, this is the NFL. Fans aren't going to keep you on this team. Media hype is going to keep you on this team. What keeps you in this league is beating out competition each and every year. And you're no exception to that rule.
Actually, that's where I would take the receiver, because we already have Sanders, and if we already have a Mark Robinson, we got in Landon Roberts. We just brought in a Keanu Neal, who could do the linebacker and safety, and we have a Cole Holcomb. I think you just go receiver there. I think it might be a little bit too much to get Cam. Yeah, just get a Hyatt or a Tank Dell. It's that round 4 pick. Like I think that's that round 4 specialty.
I think the receiver element, yes, but if Tank is gone, if the receivers that we kind of are interested in is gone or are gone, I don't see why.
You can make a case for any pick like right any there, I think.
Because I even think like when we did Buddy Johnson was the 4th rounder, and then the following year, who do we bring up? I felt like it was like the
maybe you go corner there. Maybe you go like a little depth corner.
You got options though. You definitely got options.
Build them up with JPJ.
I really like the Brenton Strange though element, just in the sense of the competition in that room and bringing in something that is a little bit different. We don't have the big athlete like a Brenton Strange. That's technically the mismatch stuff that you're trying to get Gentry to develop into. But it would just be cool to see them push each other, man. And get a reunion too, right? Because wasn't that Pat's old teammate?
Yeah.
Yeah, get a little reunion. I like it though. I do like that one. I like it. All right. Ready for this final one then, man?
Yeah.
All right, the last one comes from Matthew Neiman. Shout out to Matthew. We definitely appreciate you, baby. All righty. But for Matthew's mock, 17 overall, he went with Joey Porter Jr. Anton Harrison, the big tackle, left tackle out of Oklahoma. Sooner. Boomer Sooner. All right, then after that at 49, Jack Campbell. Captain Jack will always get you high tonight. Remember that. Then at 80 overall, Nathaniel Tank Dale, the receiver that has just stolen our hearts, man. We like this dude. He's our 3rd, 4th round receiver. That's our guy now, man. He is this year's mid-round EJ Perry for us, man. Okay? That's how it goes. Then at 120 overall, Carl Brooks. Like this dude, man. D lineman. Muscle cat out of Bowling Green. Good player, though. Then you got Jake Andrews, man, the center out of Troy at 236. And then at 243, Trey Dean III out of Florida. I actually like this one. I think I like it a lot. JPJ early on, I dig that. Anton Harrison, we talked about him in terms of the big tackles and stuff like that. He's one of those guys that gets flirted with at 4th or 5th best. Sometimes I've seen people bump him up ahead of Broderick and stuff like that. So that's always a little intriguing with him because he is athletic, good size. Jack Campbell, love his tape, man. Physical, smart, tested a lot better than what we thought based on, in terms of his straight line speed and stuff like that. But really productive player, man. He looks like a Steeler. You cut his tape on, he looks like a Steeler. Outfit too. Tank Dell, man, you talk about a dude that could bring low risk, high reward in terms of getting him in the 3rd what he could bring to this offense, that would be really intriguing. But I just wonder, what does that signal to a Calvin Austin? If we get in him, that's a lot of similarity. But I definitely like that move. I like that move a lot. Carl Brooks, another good player like we talked about, man. I like his physicality. I like his get off as well, man. The big question with him is just, you're playing in the MAC. What does it look like, man, when we talk about the consistency of every play, bigger, better competition and stuff like that? Jake Andrews, similar convo. Trey Dean is interesting, man. Trey Dean, it's crazy, too, to think that last year when he was coming out, they had him mocked in the 7th. He decided to go back to school, played, and then, he's still kind of in the same place with this thing. But he's another one of them dudes, man. Good player. At this stage of the draft, though, I mean, you know how Deke tell you, man. Yeah, you're hoping that you catch lightning in a bottle with one of these dudes, man. But in terms of just addressing the needs, I think that this one definitely did that. I don't know. I like it 80 and in. I feel like once I get to 120 and out, I wasn't as big a fan of this one personally.
Yeah, Carl Brooks, entertaining to watch him.
Yeah,
because he doesn't have the best of control or like side to side.
No.
He's a big guy out there. I don't know if he should be more of an interior guy even. Like, he's big.
He's a 3-tech. He's a 3-tech in a 4-3 defense. I look at him as a 3-tech knee.
They had him doing edge stuff. Yeah, interesting guy.
I'm with you. Like, he doesn't have the side to side. He's not a space player. But the question also is,
he's like overrunning the quarterback and stuff.
Yeah. But the other question is that size going to be able to hold up in an interior D line? I don't think he could play in a 3-4 per se, but in a 4-3, if he's your 3-tech and he's getting up the field, getting off the ball, I think you can make that work. But that's the only, like I said, that's why I didn't like it past the Tank Dell spot.
I think I like the second one better than this. I think I like the second one best overall.
Low key, that's how I was feeling too.
You're right. It hits the needs. I
like this.
I prefer Drew Sanders over Jack Campbell. If you're giving me the same pick, they're both going at 49. Yeah. I'll take Drew Sanders. Harrison versus DeJuan Jones. Now Harrison fits the left tackle need better. But what if the Steelers really like DeJuan Jones? And this is what I was just considering. Do we give whatever offensive lineman we take early on in this draft? Do we give that the benefit of the doubt? Even though if it doesn't make logistical sense, if we take a Darnell Wright or DeJuan Jones,
okay,
because we got Waddle on the staff, do we give him a year and just say, okay, let's see what you do?
What I'm trying to figure out, like, with the player that we're drafting, first or second round, are you saying from the offensive lineman perspective, just offensive lineman, that if they didn't take a snap in the regular season and they sat the whole year, we're saying that we give a pass to?
No, I'm saying initial reaction. Going into the
gotcha.
season.
Yeah, initial reaction, I'm going to give it a pass. Because initial reaction, I'm going to think that they see something. And if it is a right, like
I'm just thinking more because we got Waddle on the staff.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you on that part. In terms of the that's why I was asking, because I didn't know if you meant like the season's over, we drafted this guy at 32 or at 17, he doesn't play at all. I'm like, you want me to give him a pass?
Unless the offensive line's really good in spite of that.
Yeah, but I'm
and we don't have another glaring need that we could have been like, oh, dude, we needed a corner there. Why didn't we draft a corner?
That would hurt me, even if the O-line is good, and this 17, 32, 49, or 80 is just sitting there, and I'm looking, and I'm like, bro, we could use a corner. Right. We could use a third rusher. Man, I wish we would have got a safety here. Like, that's my only issue. But yeah, I would definitely give him benefit of the doubt early on, though, because either way, think about it like this, right? DeJuan Jones, a right tackle. We both feel like he's a right tackle. Everything says he's a right tackle. Could he play left? We can make a case for it, but everything says right tackle. I still don't think it's an issue if you bring him in as your on paper right tackle backup, because right now, what is your depth at either tackle spot? LaRaven, Clark. DeJuan Jones at right or left is going to be better than LaRaven Clark. So maybe you're taking it now. Choose go down. You got something you feel good about. If Dan go down, you're going to be in the same situation anyway. So, hey, I'd rather put out my, high pedigree offensive lineman to go over there.
Yeah.
Whereas, like we said with LaRaven, we know he's more of a journeyman throughout his career, and based on when he came or where he came into the league at, I just think that could also be at play. Even though we don't think of the tackle depth to that extent, think about this message that they sent us with the guard depth this year. They didn't cut corners. They didn't just stick with Kendrick Green and say we're going to roll with a J.C. Hassenauer type body in there, a Joe Davis type body in there. They went on and spent some money. They went and got some real quality pieces that are going to be able to come out here, and we're going to physically and visually like feel it and see the upgrade. I could just see them thinking, let's keep that approach, because right now we're one rolled ankle away from hurting at the tackle position.
Yeah, and Tomlin put words to it by saying pretty much just that. Yeah. He felt like we got lucky last year because basically our whole offensive line stayed healthy the whole way.
That is crazy rare, bro, at one of the most physical positions on the field. Yeah, so that's one of the ones where I'm like, I could still, if they went Dewan, I could still understand it. Even though he is a right, I could definitely understand it.
Like if he's number one on our board.
Right, yeah.
We just view him as the number one prospect. We could see some signs in him that we can move him over to left long term. But you're right. Maybe he is just the backup right away for both sides.
And a DeJuan Jones, who we know can play right, also gives you leverage next offseason when you need to see what you want to do with Chuke's deal. Do you extend it? Do you release it? Or you trade? Like, what are you doing with it? And we know nothing against Chooks, but that's just how it goes in terms of the business. Couple years into the deal, we looking to see, do we need to re-it up? Do we need to cut it out? What we need to do to make them numbers do what they're supposed to do? DeJuan just gives you more flexibility, because now you're not feeling like if this player leaves or if this player doesn't agree to what we're trying to get accomplished from a financial standpoint, we're left with nothing over there. If a DeJuan Jones is already in-house, you still feel good.
And Jones feels like he fits everything we're trying to do right now on this O-line.
Yeah.
Chuke's a little more of a finesse player. Yeah. But, I mean, Con didn't re-sign him. That was still Colbert.
I said Colbert. I was combining their names. Omar was on the staff.
He was on.
But it was Colbert. It was Colbert's decision to go ahead and make the move.
Whereas now with this Con Weidel era, we're just getting dudes that's going to run you over.
Yeah.
And DeJuan feels like he fits that mold.
Yeah, he definitely fits that one.
Yeah, not bad. I'd maybe rank this one 2.
Yeah, I think
the second one I would have 1 with Jordan Battle, Drew Sanders, DeJuan Jones, Joey Porter.
Yeah, Isaiah Aguilar. Yeah, like. Yeah. Which one was? Yeah, it was the. Yeah, it was the Isaiah Aguilar, because Elliott Ellison had the Broderick Jones, Tariq Stevenson, Siaki Ika in that group.
That one wasn't bad. Actually, I might have that one too.
I like this one, bro. The problem was the double safeties, but this was before the Keanu.
Maybe we can give him a little bit of a benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, if it was one less safety up here, but like you said, this is new information. Isaiah Aguilar, I like his a lot. He double dips the linebackers, so you would have to see.
Yeah, that was my one critique.
Yeah.
Take a receiver and Cam Jones' spot, or maybe a cornerback even too.
About to say, so I get that one, and then the whole right tackle element with DeJuan, and then from there, this last one, I love the first 4 picks, bro. Like, shout out to Matthew, man.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it.
Shout out.
Those are some solid mocks, I'd say.
Yeah, that was a vibe right there. That was a vibe, man. Let's get it, man. So like we said, man,
none of them I'm laughing out the building.
Which is good this time. You never know sometimes, man. Yeah, but like I said, man, we do like that, though. That was positive right there. So far, so good. Y'all aren't terrible GMs just yet. Y'all doing some positive stuff, man. But no, we definitely got to keep this thing rolling, though, man, because the mocks matter, man. They matter. It's giving us some ideas. It's giving us some insight. But more importantly, man, we're going to see who's the right person. Who got the most right picks when that draft does happen, because like we said, we are going to have something for that individual. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And also, we don't always talk about every single mock that has been submitted on the show. Obviously, we talk about as much as we can when it's me and Deke. Obviously, me and TG just talked about something. We're going to keep doing that. And if you don't get on either one of the verbal talks about, we also got you on the website, all right? ArthurMoats.com. So check that as well, man, because we keep updating the mocks, and we actually just updated a new batch today. So if you did not get talked about today on the show live, or on Monday during the Locker Mate segment, then, like I said, check the website. It might be up there, all right? So, yeah.
Pirate update.
Did we win?
4-4, bottom of the fifth, or end of the fifth.
4-4. God dang. We were just up 4-1, you told me.
That's our pitching for you.
What the?
It's already happening.
God dang. I at least want to get 2 weeks. Can I get 2 weeks?
I don't know if that was the reliever or the starter.
The heck, man?
No, that was all Keller. 4 earned runs. But the backup came in and walked 2 guys.
This is better than giving up 4 runs.
Combo, but it might have been the guy that came in and walked him in, but Mitch just gets the earned runs because he put him on base. So combo of just bad pitching, both reliever and starter. That's the Pirate way.
No. This is not the Pirate way. They're turning over a new leaf like Kendrick is turning over a new leaf. Okay? It's a new leaf for both of them.
O'Neal Cruz is up. And then we got Brian. Yeah, we're in a good portion of our lineup.
Okay.
So that's good.
Let's get it then,
hopefully we get some runs here.
Let's get it.
I got one super chat here, it looks like.
All right.
Big Noriega.
Shout out to Big Noriega, man.
We can wait till the 3rd round to draft an OT. Duncan.
Oh, the cat out of Maryland. Yeah. He was talked about. He was coming into the season. He was supposed to be the man. He's supposed to be rated up there, right up there with your Paris Johnsons, your Skoronskis, and stuff like that. I like his tape. I do. My whole thought process, though, is whenever we talk about waiting to the 3rd round, how do we feel about the quality that we're getting at that stage? We want an upgrade over Dan Moore. Is a 3rd round tackle going to be an upgrade over Dan Moore this year? That's the only hiccup or hesitation that I have with it. But other than that, though, I mean, Duncan's a dope player, though. Like, I get why he kind of, they didn't love his play all the way throughout the year and stuff like that. But he's still a good player, though. Yeah. But that'd be interesting, though.
That wouldn't be a bad spot to pick a tackle if you're just focused on him being depth this year.
Correct. But if we're looking for a Dan Moore competition or upgrade, but you could be under thought process because not everybody is going to feel like we have to upgrade that. Some people feel like we have to upgrade that corner. We got to get JPJ or one of these top guys. Some people don't feel like we have to do that corner. The same. So I just think like it's more of that personal preference with the Dan Moore element because Dan Moore still played good at times. He's a good player. We trying to see what that stage where you're going to go from here. Are you just at this level and we don't need to marry this, or do you got the potential to be wifey? But we're going to find out.
Jermaine says Deke roasting me in the franchise on the recap. SMH.
Dang, you cooked him up.
He must be the Dolphins owner.
Oh, yeah. What was the Did you get the bounce back?
No, I haven't played yet.
Oh.
It's going to be this weekend.
You just giving him smoke, though.
Yeah, no, he's talking about, I think he was the Dolphins owner, and he's the guy that has Tua throwing 51 picks.
Oh.
I think that's who this is. I could be wrong. Yeah, Jermaine. What team? I think you're the Dolphins, right, bro?
If you are part of the 51 picks,
but baby, I thought you bounced. I thought the Dolphins left. Maybe he's still in the league.
If you done thrown 51 picks, you ain't even really in the league anymore. Is you 51 picks? You ain't doing what you doing.
Maybe he bounced and just wants the rest to be simulated for the season. Then he's gonna jump back in year 2,
so he could not claim his 51 plus picks going forward. That's crazy. Jermaine, don't tell me you had no 51 picks. I
haven't seen a response in the chat.
I was about to say, I don't want to think that you was responsible for 51 picks. I'm just throwing that out there. But if you are, yikes. He said it was. Oh, come on, Jermaine. What's all, baby?
Wait, also, we need confirmation. Did you leave the league? I think someone said in the Discord he left the franchise. Yeah, he said I couldn't keep up with the league.
51 picks, Jermaine, and you didn't finish the season?
Yeah, you gotta. Oh, he said he'll be back year 2.
Bro, 51 picks. You didn't finish the season. How? How do you do that? Yikes!
He needs a new QB.
Oh my God! He says I never played Madden on All Madden. I'm an All Pro guy. Wow.
Well, there's a big quarterback class coming in here. We're getting next year's class.
Yeah.
So it's like Caleb Williams, Shedeur Sanders, Drake May, all those dudes.
Jeez.
They could draft one of those guys and move off from Tua.
I'm nervous, man. Is it a Tua or is it a you, Jermaine? 51 picks, Jermaine, and you didn't finish the season?
I don't think Tua's rating's that bad, Madden.
To be 51 picks and
this is like week 12 too. Like
that's what I'm saying.
We're not even done with the season.
That's what I'm saying. We got a whole another month of the season. 51. God, Jermaine, come on, baby. Come on, Jermaine. Get in the lab. Don't you got practice mode? Go practice.
Yeah.
Just go practice. Spend some time, man. You research and you practice. You research and you practice, and then from there, now you good, baby. All right. But
he's thinking about Caleb Williams. He said.
Yeah. That try somebody.
But how does this work? He left the league, then he just wants back in year 2.
Hey, man. You know what? I don't know, man. I don't know. He's supposed to have to eat them 51.
That's what I mean.
That's what he's supposed to eat that. 51 big God.
I want to know what his excuse is. Because I would like the redemption story. I would like the redemption story.
Oh, so you want Jermaine's redemption, but you don't want Kendrick Green's redemption story. That's wild.
No.
That is wild.
No.
Jermaine's 51 picks got to be up there with Kendrick. What were we talking about? 51
That has nothing to do with me, though. That's actually good for me. That provides good entertainment.
Jeez.
Kendrick Green getting torched is bad for everyone involved around the city of Pittsburgh. It's bad for the Steelers. It's bad for the people watching.
Yeah.
At least Jermaine throwing 51 picks. I can laugh about it.
Hey, shout out to AJM. He says with the most accurate QB as well, because that is what, if I remember correctly, Tyreek Hill did call him the most accurate dude, man. But 51 picks. Ew. In 12 games. Whew, child. Yeah. He did say he wanted to stay, though. Fair enough. He wanted to stay.
We'll leave the Dolphins open for him.
Shit, you got to come back to that 51. You got to own that. You do not get
He
to
said
go
he got work. He said he
else,
got
man.
work. I guess we could accept that. He could have put it on autopilot, though. He didn't have to leave the league.
Autopilot, maybe, yeah, it probably would have been better.
The thing is, though, if you're on autopilot, your name's still next to that team. So maybe that's what he didn't want to face
He just,
secretly.
yeah, that's that. Man. Fair enough. I get it, though.
Wait. We just got a signing? A D lineman? Braden Fehoko?
Man, let's pull him up before we tap out of here.
This was a Loso Scotty report.
Oh, all right. Shout out to Loso then.
So you know we got Adam Schefter's in the chat here.
Yeah, man.
They're always breaking us news.
You know what, man? I hit the click ring. We'll put him on the big screen, man. Let's see what we got. Oh, you got us? All right. I'm about to put him on the joint for us, man.
Did we really sign this guy?
Let's see what it say, man. What the streets talking about?
I'm going to see. I'm going to go to Twitter. Give me a sec. Either way, this can't be bad. You know, D-line depth. Unless they're just making this up. Yeah. Steeler update. Steelers are signing former Chargers defensive end Braden Fehoko.
Let's go then. Let's go.
Next step is the PFF grade.
Oh, you was going there. See, my next order say, can we get some film? Click the YouTube, man. Let's see him move. Click
47.1 on the
Click
PFF.
Click the YouTube. Let's see him move, man. All right. All I need about 35, 40 with him. Let me see what we got.
He's got some mic'd ups.
I don't want to hear you talk. I want to see you ball.
I'm
Is he a killer?
not seeing anything.
He ain't got no tape.
Played at LSU.
What's the Pro Football Reference? I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Maybe he didn't play too much.
Click the Pro Football. Let's see what this Pro Football. You ain't like the PFF too hot. Let's
47. Now we can't. Let's
It's
take PFF grain of salt. Grain of salt.
We go. We only like it when we like it.
Grain of salt.
There we go.
Oh yeah, he's just a depth guy.
That lie.
He started 3 games last year for Chargers.
Is he filmed? Do we need a Master Most on him?
Oh yeah. If you could find it.
No. I can always find it.
Oh yeah, if you have NFL access,
I go that way. I pull up like the games and just. It makes it a little bit more challenging, but we get it work. We make it work.
Appeared in 19 games total over the first 3 years. Started in 4.
So yeah, man.
Let me check his game logs in terms of his snap counts.
Yeah. So put it like this, man. Either way.
He played a fair amount towards the end of last year. He was getting like 50% of the snaps.
Either way, man. I get y'all a film session this week, man, and we'll definitely give you a better breakdown and stuff like that. I get better breakdown and stuff like that, man. Once I cut a little tape on him, man. I don't want to speak on my man's without having a chance to see what he looked like all the way just yet. But man, let's go.
Year 2, he was getting like 30% of the snaps. 20, 25, 30.
Let's go.
Half the time was inactive.
Yeah, but either way, man, when you talk about bringing bodies in, man, it doesn't hurt. That's the other part, man. It doesn't hurt. Whether it's a guy like him or if you were bringing in an undrafted guy or a guy in the 6th or 7th round, everybody's going to have their pros and cons with it, at least with this gentleman right here. He does have some NFL element already, some NFL tape already, man. So I do like that.
We also are getting information on Keanu Neal's deal. 2 years.
Okay.
Wow.
Let's see what them numbers talking about.
Yeah, I'm going to see if they drop the actual money details, but 2 years, though. That might be a sign. Yeah, that might be a sign, like, no safety then, early on.
Because if he's getting around 2 for 2 years, then
it's just, I'm just seeing 2 years. 2-year contract.
That's going to be interesting.
Still waiting on the numbers.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. Let's
get it. Yeah, maybe we don't go safety early.
Let's get it. Yeah, we'll see the numbers on it, though, man. I do like it, though.
Obviously, bringing in Braden Fajoko doesn't deter us from potentially taking a D tackle early.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like, if we want that dude from Florida, if we want a Nika, you still draft him.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
This guy's competition for Loudermilk.
Yeah, you talk Loudermilk, you talk Montravis.
Yeah, Montravis.
Yeah. And then I'm sure we're forgetting somebody. Turns like those interior dudes. But I just got to watch him on tape to see, is he a 5 tech or is he more of a nose tackle? Because that's going to be very different in terms of what we're looking for. Just in terms of who we'd be competing with. If he's a 5 tech, that's Cam, DeMarvin, Larry Ogunjobi, those type of dudes. Yeah. But if he's like a true nose, could be different. But like I said, man, we'll cut the tape, man. We'll find out, get y'all something this weekend.
300 pounds.
Oh, that's a nose then. Sounds like a nose.
6'3".
Yeah, that's short and squatty. That's a nose, bro.
Yeah, 300.
Yeah, that's because it looked like a guard. Guards play nose.
He's listed as defensive end on Google.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go look at him though. We get good.
And on Wikipedia, that's Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Hey,
I like
making some moves today. We didn't hear the Bud Dupree one, but
hey, but
the Keanu Neal one's one I'm excited for.
No, facts.
I like that.
Definitely like that, man.
Big Noriega saying nose.
Oh, all right, bet. All right.
They're saying Bud left without a deal.
Fair enough, man. Hey, that's the other beauty of this thing, man. It's constantly motion and movement, baby. The beautiful thing is we already got the first prerequisite checked off. Physical passed. Boom. So from here on out, now it's just more so if they get the deal done with the numbers, great. But if not, we'll see what he signs for elsewhere to see what that market was for him too. Oh, excuse me, because it could be that he got some nicer offer or something like that, man. But we'll just see how it plays out. But no, I like this though, bro. I like it.
Jermaine also asked Moats who you want at 17.
Jeez, you put the pressure on me. I will say JPJ right now because I'm biased. I like him. I have a personal connection. So that's why I'm leaning there. But in terms of his play, man, I love his play, man. Like the size and length he plays with, the physicality, the versatility. He can play zone, play man. And his dad was my coach. And his dad was one of my favorite players. His dad's one of my people that I just enjoy to be around. So, I can't help it, man. I'm very, very biased. In fact, I try to talk myself out of it more than talking myself into it. Because this is a no-brainer. When it was like, oh, he's coming, I'm like, yep, that's the one I want. Just because of that. But, yeah, that's who I would go with.
Justin Gordon says Lynn Swann, Jack Lambert, John Stallworth, Mike Webster, Donnie Show. 5 Hall of Famers in the 74 draft in this era. Can this happen again? No.
I don't think so. I think the scouting and the information on players is just too good now. Back then, if you don't have a scout that's willing to go to some of the places to find some of these players, then you could get these type of guys. You could get these type of steals. You think about one of the big things that Bill Nunn brought to the table was his ability to go find minorities. Going into the places where the non-minority scouts weren't trying to go to find certain players, and you think about what those guys were able to do once they came to the Steelers. Now you're not going to find that type of innovation or that type of being ahead of the curve. Now everybody, man, you could be at a D3 in Alaska. If you nice, we going to find tape on you. We done watch some crazy tape with some crazy dudes that we done brought in. We're like, yo, how did we even hear about this guy or find him? If you're good, it's just, that's the generation we live in now. So I agree with Deke. I don't think we'll ever get that type of across the board class.
I'd like to see what the max has been since then.
But we're talking Hall of Famers, so how far out would we even need to go? Because I wonder, like, with these guys, we know Donnie didn't get in until a couple of years ago. So even with the wait from that time, how we ever? Well, I guess we would know with certain guys, but like the Donnie Shell version of Hines Ward draft class, like, are we still waiting to see who else is getting in with that group? Just because of how long? This is 30, 40 years. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you make a list of Hall of Famers already.
Yeah. And
then you have potential, or like guys that you have an asterisk.
Right. How long do they
I don't know if you're getting over 3.
That's what I keep thinking.
Because I think 4 was unprecedented, but then Donnie Shell made it a few years ago, and that even made it more crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt you're getting 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, just think you're getting 2 Hall of Famers in the same draft class. Like that in and of itself is insane.
Yeah.
You get 2 guys.
Without a doubt, bro.
Might have got them last year.
We're going to see, man.
Sean McCartney. We got Kendrick Green in the 3rd round, so Moats is right about being careful with Lyman in the 3rd.
You just never know, man. You never know. But y'all, stop using my words against me, all right? I'm trying to support the Kendrick Green redemption movement. Redemption song. Okay? Just believe in it. Can I get you to believe in it just a little bit?
I can't get on board.
Just redemption song. Don't you just hear it? Just dun 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 dun. Yeah, no, not just. All right, fair enough, man.
You can start that up if you want. Start up a little marketing plan.
No,
get some billboards and stuff.
See, I ain't signing up to that. I ain't say all that now.
You seem confident in it.
I'm just trying to plant a seed. Okay, I didn't say I was confident. This could be my research taking over. All right, I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, it's perfect time. It's baseball time anywho. Okay, so all is well. But shout out to Kendrick. I believe in him. Okay.
I'll do a quick Pirates update then.
Give me something, man. Come on. Tell me something good.
4-4 still.
4-4. All right. I like it, man. I like it. So the Pirates didn't lose or weren't losing while the show was going on. So we can say we're the good luck. From after this, hey, it's in God's hands. All right. So with that being said, man, I guess y'all enjoy y'all weekend. It is Friday Junior. So enjoy your Friday Junior, which is going to transition into the real weekend. But either way, stay safe out there. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you have not done so. And do something kind while you're at it. But either way, you know we appreciate you. And until next time, baby.
Peace.